Brereton, 4 is Kenner, 26 is Sharon, Sevia's 12, 33.
Oh, she's broken already.
Berger 9, Brereton 17, Heck Crawford 14, Carey's 15, isn't it?
Carey's 36.
36, who's 15?
Yeah. 15, Clark. Yeah, he won't be in. Oh, he's on the bench, I think. Big, heavy lad he is. That's going to rip too, I think. Don't put it up yet. Wait till the team's out.
Kranich socks down.
Yeah, fairly typical. Tell me he's not 100% either.
No, but he's hard to make up for that.
Yeah, that's right.
He's matured since the start of the year.
Hasn't he?
Oh.
Certainly has.
The first 3 or 4 games, I didn't think he was good enough. But
no.
By Jove, he's improved.
Yeah. Well, he's a competitor.
Yes. And that's one thing we've lacked up forward for a long time.
Yeah. Well, of a man who can take a mark anyway. You want to hurry up, lads? This is all split on you.
Group them together.
Yeah.
And the flying doormat brings up the rear.
Geez, they've caught up with Hamilton again. Last time that happened with East, there was a bit of a kerfuffle.
That's right. Paul Cremery gave Johnny Wright one.
Yeah, didn't he?
Gee, that was a good game to play in.
Oh, it was muddy as anything, wasn't it?
Yeah, kicked 10 metres.
Yeah, that's if you could pick it up. Oh, dear.
Saws and Smith.
Smith's on the outside, isn't he? Yeah. He's a little one of the two. Saws is the other.
That's right.
Showing Cecil.
Cecil Wilson, yes.
Cecil Wilson.
Yep.
Just the reserves, Barry Pollock from Hamilton.
Lovison in long sleeves.
So's Berger. He's a mighty player, this fellow, isn't he?
Oh, champion.
Yeah, never has to handball. He always gets out of trouble, doesn't he?
There's another player who's on one leg in that final.
Final, yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ian. And I thought that we'd like to endorse those remarks. The button up, set the button, and the ball bounce equally for your vote. Will you all rise for the national anthem, please?
The private thoughts now.
What do you want to do, Jen? You want me to start off?
Well, I'll start. You can come in on top.
All right. Okay. Fine.
Get the nerves over with.
Yep. Fine. Might mention in your opening remarks that, you know, which way South are kicking.
Yeah.
In the
wind going right to left across the screen.
Yeah, and if they're kicking left to right or something like that, and just mention the big surprise that Smith is out of the side. And then, you know, just as in your opening comments.
And this is all we're allowed to use.
Oh, my word.
With the best view.
This is the Royal Box here.
Ryan looks like he's in the middle.
Lutz is on the ball. Called to centre half.
Let's see the start, yeah. Fox and O'Keefe. Russell down here too. Bell is on this wing, isn't he?
Yeah, he's on Ryan.
Watson's on the other.
Yeah, Bell's on halfback flank on Ryan.
That's right, of course. Yeah.
Ryan
has now come out to the wing.
Yeah.
Umpire has the ball. Umpire Rowan Saws about to get the 1981 Western Border League Grand Final underway, brought to you by the South Australian Brewing Company. Down it goes. That up against Merritt. Merritt gets the first hit out down to ground. Spagger players give it out here towards Lovison. Fumbled early. And a free kick picked up behind the play by umpire Kevin Smith against Chrissy Ryan, and Mick Lovison with the ball. Centre half back, runs through the square, drives wide on towards that centre wing. Hamilton on the go here as the ball is taken cleverly out there by Watson on the left footer. Driving towards centre half forward. They're going from right to left. Wenham in front, does it well. Clever roving Cranage. Under pressure from McKinnon. Good bump, knocks the ball on nicely. Ball goes towards Howard. Close to the boundary line on that outer side. South Gambier going against the breeze. Tackle on Howard there. Too long, said the umpire. No, he's given it the other way. Graham Howard with the ball.
Howard from midway between half-back and centre wing on the scoreboard side. Coming in towards the centre of the ground. Looking for Lutz. He gets a nudge in the bat. Punched away by bat. Free kick to Robin Lutz. Robin Lutz, he came into this game with a worry with an ankle injury, but so far playing fairly well. Up towards half-back. Mike Lovison pulls in the mark and will relieve the pressure for Hamilton.
Barry Smith has not taken his place in the South Gambier side, Graham.
And his place taken by Brad Patzel, who's on interchange. Up towards half forward. He's looking for Menzel. At the back, it's Merritt. Coming through is Ian Wilson. Can't control it. Good play there by Trevor Russell. Knocks it on to Peter Jennings. Tony Russell is there. He gets a push from Gary Wenham. Ball down in the forward pocket. And finally, umpire Rowan Saws comes in and will ball up in the forward pocket.
Hamilton's forward pocket. The breeze going into that pocket. That'll be the defensive side most of the day. Up it goes. Berger's in ruck here. Finally, it's hit away by Berger. Wide and out of bounds. Throw in to take place deep in the forward pocket. Hamilton attacking. Merritt has the job now with Berger. McGrath's there too for South Gambier. Merritt front position, got plenty of height. Finally, McGrath from behind may have got that. Comes to Sheeran the Rover. He's met beautifully by Lutz. Fair bump, I thought. No, said the umpire. Too high. And Sheeran has a chance to score the first. Put the score on the board firstly for Hamilton. Robin Lutz, hands on knees. Pressure on him. Moving in on the left foot. Looks pretty good off the boot. Tony Russell thinks so. First score goes to Hamilton. Their one goal. South Gambier get the score in the Western Border League Grand Final 81.
Been playing about 3.5 minutes, Jim, and I thought that that bump was a fair one. They did cop him fairly high, but Robin Lutz had his eyes on the ball and was running straight at the
Yes, I think
player.
one of the things about the umpires, Graham, they may pay rather the man who's there first will get the benefit of the doubt. Lutzy was there second on that occasion. These Victorian umpires know what they're doing. And Hamilton got the benefit of that free kick. Sheeran been in play a couple of times at the bottom of the pack. Kevin Smith with the ball. Merritt against that again. What a battle this should be. Could well decide this game before it's over. Lutz giving encouragement there. Cremery too with Sheeran. Crawford with an eye on McKinnon. There's the bounce. Merritt got it away to captain coach for Hamilton. Cranage puts it towards centre half forward. The running players are wanted here. Finally a bad bounce against the Hamilton boy. It goes to Howard. Out he comes on the right foot. Looking here for Grant McKinnon, who's got loose. And he's taken a mark just on the point of the square. Plays on quickly with the right foot. Looking for Ryan, who's got space also. And he's taken a mark in front of the namesake. Back on the left foot, he'll go long towards centre half forward. Ball spinning, holding up into the wind. McGuinness sets himself, looks from behind, has taken a beauty.
Oh, almost 15 metres there from Mike Lovison, who gave him a little bit of treatment as he came down with that mark too, Jim.
Robin Lutz now going back. Well, that's the confidence booster. Started on the ball. Many thought perhaps Ian Lovison would clash at centre half forward from the start. Lovison at centre half back for Hamilton, but now Robin Lutz, the captain of South Gambier, approximately 40 metres out from goal, perhaps a little more. The kick's not a good one by Robin. Off the side of the boot it goes, on the full, and it's little over Sherrin for Hamilton in the back pocket with the ball. Peter Kilder on the mark. Hamilton have to use this breeze. There it goes from Sherrin, back towards the centre of the ground. Lovison setting himself, good spoil. Marrett from behind, Cramery roving well, quickly on the right foot, goes long towards goal. Packs out himself, McGuinness from behind, got the bounce, comes back here towards Millick into the open goal, and that's the first one for South Gambier. Kicked by Millick, a good piece of play by McGuinness from behind, had plenty of height on Beaton then, and that could be a problem for Hamilton if the ball is going to get down there quickly, and South level the score, 1 each.
Yes, Jim, good play. They're good roving by Donnie Millick. We've commented through the final series on the ability of Don Millick to do that roving duty up forward, and he certainly did it in the second semi-final, and he's opened up well with South Gambier's first goal. Been playing almost 5 minutes in the first term. He
reads the game so well, Graham, and he's got hands up there and McGuinness, and of course Marrett when he goes back to rest, and it's ideally made for Don Millick down there in that forward pocket. Bounce up again, Berger in ruck, no one really got it, comes to ground, Sherrin's there first again but doesn't overruns it. McKinnon goes through the pack beautifully, clever hand pass goes to brother Grant, off he goes, 10 yards he goes, 20 yards he goes, and boots along 1 goal square. Players set themselves, McGuinness is there, hands up first, and he's marked. Well, the height of Sam McGuinness, I've just said previously, will be a worry to young Steve Beaton, and twice now we've seen McGuinness get hands to ball. One he didn't hold, but South got the goal through clever roving, and now Big Sam has a chance to post his first and South second against what would probably be a 2 or 3 goal breeze, Graham.
Yes, it is. No doubt about that as McGuinness takes his shot for goal. It looks pretty good from here. Umpire hardly moves. Goal to Sam McGuinness. That's South Gambier's second. They move along now to 2 straight goals, 12 points to Hamilton, 1 goal, 6 points. And South Gambier moved that ball out of the centre on both those occasions well, coming down through Grant McKinnon's wing. Yes, and that was the point, Graham. 2 times Grant McKinnon found space on this wing, and he's the running player along with his brother Robin. And as soon as South Gambier started to run that ball, even though the game's been only going about 6 or 7 minutes, they looked so good. Ball up again. Berger gets it on his own, hits it long towards centre half forward, and Menzel fumbles the ball. Finals nerves. Finally O'Keefe. He gets the ball onto the left foot, and it goes towards Sherrin again, who's been in everything. He's caught that time. Play on, says the umpire. Hit it out again cleverly. No throw. And this man, Grant McKinnon, again has been in all the play for South Gambier on this grandstand wing. Goes right foot, spinning drop punch kick, sets itself in front as Kilder. From behind, Lovison does it well. Comes to the ground. Players after it here. Probably beat them over the line. It does. Grandstand side. South Australian Brewing Company are bringing you this video replay of the 1981 Western Border Grand Final on SES 8. Cranich does it well. Clever hand pass goes wide, and then they go. Hamilton running now through centre half forward with the long kick. Wenham's got the drop here from behind. Sure hands, Hookie Wenham does it well. Goes toward the defensive side of the ground. Lutz is setting himself there. Menzel from behind. Good jump. Couldn't really have been paid that. No, said the umpire. Finally to Howard. Clever hand pass on to McKinnon. The runner's got a chance here if he can get the bounce of the ball. He doesn't. Crawford, good defence. Out it goes in that that centre wing position. Clever roving by Hamilton. Their quarter position was Kenner. Out it goes to Crawford again. Crawford's caught, holding the ball that time. Too many chances. And it's Graham Howard from centre wing. And South Gambier doing better across centre as he goes in towards centre half forward. It's 2-on-1. McGuinness gets the push out from Beaton. Beaton now with the chance. Comes out towards Mike Lovison. Lovison out towards the centre wing, and the ball will rush across the line, over the line for a boundary throw in, midway between centre wing and half back. Sam McGuinness coming down from full forward to do the ruck duties with Steve Berger. McGuinness gets it down. Cranage has Lovison free at centre half back. Comes in through the square, goes long towards half forward. He's looking for well, he won't find a teammate there as Ian Wilson chips in and takes a good mark coming out from that back pocket position. Yeah, Sherrin didn't contest that too hardly either, Graham. I didn't like that. As Wilson comes in towards centre wing. Plenty of Hamilton players there. At the back it was Bell. Bell with opposition there from Morano. Good tackle there by Trevor Morano. And South Gambier doing all the work there and taking the advantage by tackling quickly as he goes in towards Cranberry at centre-half forward. Crawford does the tap out there. Cranberry recovers best, gets the ball short up towards half forward. Knocked on towards Douglas, and finally over the line and out of bounds at half-back.
Throw in to take place, probably on the half-forward line for South Gambier, just down from the centre position, grandstand side. They're kicking into this breeze, which is going from right to left on your screen. Throw-up takes place. Berger gets a good hit, but it's Grant McKinnon again who sharks it. Goes on the left foot. Screwy old kick down towards centre-half forward, but in front, oh, missed it, did Carey. Finally gets back on it well, gives for a long hand pass. He's going to get out of trouble here, but a bit of luck. Millick goes in hard. Finally, Lutz is penalised for something behind the play. Oh, Robin Lutz, wrong word to these boys. And Rowan Soares says, none of that, thank you, Robin, come back 15 yards. The South Gambier captain just asking why. You can ask all day, but there's not going to change the decision. And the free kick down there to, looks like Carey. No, he's going to deliver the ball.
Barry Annett.
Back here to Barry Annett. Missed a couple of games through injury late in the year, but seems to recover. Goes for the pass. Good pass it is too towards Watson. Bit long for that player. Howard's got the legs to match him. Watson doesn't just say die on the challenge. In fact, he gets in there and gets the free kick on that centre wing. He'll go on the left foot. Looking in here for Tony Russell. He's got front, slips over. Wynnum from bat from behind it was, who came over the top of Wynnum. The ball at centre-half forward for Hamilton. Ball up to take place, says Kevin Smith.
Centre-half forward. Ball up by umpire Kevin Smith. It's Murray Batt in opposition to Murray Merritt. Merritt in front. Can't get the tap away. Down it comes. Kenner's in there for Hamilton. Kick away by Menzel up towards Wilson, and another good mark by him. Wilson, and by gee, he's playing well in that back pocket, Jim.
Oh, good, strong defender, yes, and he's played well all year, Graham. I think he must go very, very close to South Gambier's best and fairest.
As he comes out of defence, looking out the half-back, Watson is there, so too is Lutz, and Lutz chips in and takes the mark for South Gambier.
Second time an uncontested mark.
Up towards centre wing. Up high, it's Stephen Berger, and Berger finds Kevin Douglas in the road there, but will still take his kick from the true centre wing position.
Academy Award performance there, I think, Graham.
Right, as he goes in long. And oh, it's a good kick too, right up with that breeze. In towards half forward, Merritt is there, and South Gambier doing it easily in defence. They're taking a lot of uncontested marks, and the Hamilton forwards are not really putting enough pressure on that South Gambier defence. Fox comes out of half-back, finds a player loose. It's Morano at centre wing. He runs around his opponent. He's looking to get in towards centre-half forward as South Gambier once again comes through centre uncontested. Up towards Loverson. Good play there by McKinnon down towards Crawford. Crawford shrugs off a tackle, goes in long towards half forward again, but it's once again South Gambier through the agency of Colin Black, who holds another Hamilton thrust out.
And the team of the year centre-half back goes back, and he'll look to kick long, probably towards the defensive side. No, goes hand pass instead. Lutz is loose out there. He's been a dangerous player already and gets a quick kick in, or fell behind the play. And that's not good discipline. Paul Cranage won't like that. Kevin Douglas will take it just down from centre wing towards half forward, goes long with the drop punt. Sam McGuinness has got front position. From in front, Carey does it well and will get the free kick for too high.
He's a good player, this lad. You'll find that perhaps as the day goes on, they'll push him onto the ball, Jim, and he's a handy player to have as a back pocket rover type.
Yes, it seems to me that they lack a little bit in legs already, Graham. It finally comes to centre. Lutz is caught, probably a little bit too high, and it's paid.
Well, Robin Lutz has changed his game now. He's playing in front and is starting to get the free kicks.
Yes, I think you must with Victorian umpires. If you go in there first, no arguing, just get that ball, get the body over it, you'll get to benefit. Jennings has found space on wing, goes with the right foot drop punt. Not a good one. McGuinness coming from behind, but in front, Ryan takes a spectacular one-hander.
And this will suit him. He's on his left foot too,
well,
Jim.
He's a dynamic player, so dangerous and deadly on this left foot he is. The ball kicked back by Monaro, and Chrissy Ryan must have a good chance of kicking this. The angle's a little acute. The distance won't worry him. The breeze will be coming across his right shoulder, probably protected by the pines at the back. And Chris Ryan has a chance to put a handy one on the board for South Gambier and lift his own confidence as well. Left the boot beautifully, hooking a little bit, starting to come back nicely. Yes, the crowd behind the goals. Chrissy Ryan's first, South Gambier's third. And South Gambier are 3 goals. No behinds, 18 points. Hamilton a 1 goal, 6 points. SES 8. 1981 Western Border Grand Final.
Bat goes in towards full forward. He's looking for Kenner. Russell there at the back, and Kenner in front takes the mark. Alan Kenner, perhaps one of the smallest players on the field, and one of the most travelled footballers in this league. He played with Imperials for many years and then switched to Hamilton about 3 or 4 years ago, and he has a chance to post Hamilton's second goal. There's the kick. Going wide out towards the opposite pocket, arms and up, and it looks like a mark to Hamilton there in Murray Batt. Very dangerous player down in that full forward area. We've seen in the last couple of finals that Berger's done most of the ruck work and Bat's been a damaging player down in that forward pocket.
Some suspicion about his fitness, Graham, but if he can pull them in like that, it won't really matter from that forward pocket. And what a vital kick it is. Hamilton need it. They trail by 12 points with the aid of this breeze, and you can see the streamer there on the goalpost blowing directly back. Murray Bat puts it through. Badly needed one to Hamilton.
Well, that was a good answering goal by Hamilton, because South Gambier, with their dominance across the centre, particularly through their wings, Howard and Grant McKinnon, they looked like they were running away with the game. Jim? Well,
it was that run again, Graham, and this is so important to South Gambier. When they get that ball flowing, when they can find space, the running players take over, they can make it very difficult for most teams, and Hamilton have found that out now. They need to score and score the next one or the next one after that too, Graham, I think, because that breeze is strong.
Back in the centre, Steve Berger, Sam McGuinness. Berger down towards Sheeran. Sheeran off the ground, out towards centre wing. Here's Howard again. He's played well, gets a good pressure kick away, but it looks like Paul Ryan. Ryan in towards half forward, gets a bounce. This will bounce anywhere. Wenham reads it best, out towards the pocket, grabs it just as he goes over the line, and finally over the line and out of bounds, and there's a free kick to go to Russell. For Wenham put the elbow up there, and this has given Russell his first chance at a shot for goal. About 30 metres out. Chips away, ball swings back, and I think he's put it through, and that's a vital goal to Hamilton.
Oh, yes, that was a magnificent goal from that angle, Graham. And the tall full forward, many who believe is very volatile and perhaps has a detrimental effect on the side at times, put it right through the middle from that angle, and that must be a lifting goal. The one Hamilton needed. Steve Berger thinks so back in the centre. He's urging the boys on, and Hamilton need to get the next one as well to be in the game, because, as I said, the breeze is strong here, blowing rather from right to left. You can see Tony Russell still interested to go on with Hookie Wenham. Hookie Wenham won't be interested in that. Up it goes to the centre. McGuinness gets a hit well to Milik, who roved it cleverly. On the left foot he goes and boots it wide towards that defensive side. Loverson's got plenty of space if he can gather it in. The bouncer's kind. Picks it up, walks nicely back on his left foot. Has to kick hurriedly in the end, but it falls short to Howard. Howard goes on his right foot, driving along in front, though, is all... No, they missed the ball, Hamilton there. Finally comes to Berger, who backs up well. Gets a nice hand pass in. It'll go in direction here. I think it's probably Sheeran again. On the left foot across here to Loverson. Loverson, another hand pass to O'Keefe. That's better play. I'll have to be quick, though. He does kick with the left foot back to the centre, and Menzel's on his own. The markers play on to the umpire. Finally through the Ryan. Hamilton going forward. Jennings gets a bad bounce. Back on it he comes. Grabbed too high, says the umpire. Peter Jennings.
Oh, gee, South Gambier didn't look too good then. Hamilton got their run game together, Jim, and they look quite impressive.
It's been too infrequent, though, Graham.
Down towards Ryan on centre wing. Through comes Wilson, one of South Gambier's better players. Gets clear, gets a short chip kick up towards half-back. David Crawford picks up, goes in towards the centre ground. He has plenty of players here, but Gary Fox coming out. Well done, Gary Fox, and takes the mark at, well, just forward of the centre. 270 games plus this player as he goes in towards the half-forward flank. Chris Ryan up from the back. Over the front, it was Robbie McKinnon. He gets it down to Heck Crawford. Crawford up towards centre wing. Push in the back there goes unnoticed to Barry Ennis, and finally there'll be a free kick to South Gambier by Kevin Smith, and it will be taken by Grant McKinnon, and he's playing well at centre wing.
Yes, definitely, and it was a little bit of undiscipline again by the Hamilton players, and that's not good. It's cost them already. Out it goes to Kenner. Kenner on right foot will go long and does it well. McGuinness has got the sit. Russell from behind! Well, you can see it all the way. Tony Russell had to sit on McGuinness. Wenham let Russell go instead of coming in and blocking the run, and now this full forward has got the chance to put his second on the board, and what a confidence lifter it will be if the boy can kick it. In he goes, close to man on the mark, kicks the drop punt, long and accurately, through for a goal, Hamilton lead.
I just wonder whether, Jim, that elbow that Wenham threw out and cost that first goal of Russell's has given him the confidence to go on to better things, because we've seen so many times Russell miss from that distance out, but he's put two through now, and he's looking a real danger up forward.
Well, if he's not spurred on by it, Graham, I don't know what would in a grand final when your team needs you. This is the time that the good players come to life. The old saying that when it gets tough, the tough get going. Well, Tony Russell's got a point to prove. And what more could he do but kick the last two goals for Hamilton. They lead by 6 points. Ball back in the middle. Up it goes now. McGuinness has got the sit on. Bat comes high over the top. Probably got it, but Cramry roved it well. Got on the right foot. In goes Ryan. Breaks the tackle beautifully. On the left foot he goes long. Looking down towards full forward. Beaton's got the run out on Merritt. Finally the ball drops short of him, but clever play by Beaton. Carries it out of bounds. Ball to be thrown in. Probably deeper towards that forward pocket for South Gambier. The ruckman coming in. Merritt against Bat again. This has been a great tussle even in this early stages of the first quarter, between Murray Bat and Murray Merritt, the two Murrays, shoulder to shoulder. Merritt gets front position. Bat from behind does it well. Morano misses what he should have taken. Then finally it comes out. A quick kick going by Hamilton back towards Crawford. In front Ryan. They spoil each other. Finally Crawford's paid. Centre wing. Hamilton going forward.
in towards the centre. He goes, he finds his captain coach in Cranage. Cranage goes out wide to the speedster in Watson. Watson takes the mark and will come back on his left foot. It goes in towards half forward. He has Russell out wide, and Russell almost dropped the mark. In fact, he did drop the mark, but he held it long enough and will take the kick about 40 metres from goal, right tight on that boundary line in front of the scoreboard. Been playing almost 20 minutes.
He's starting to look ominous too, Graham. Tony Russell is going in short here. It's a good pass to brother Trevor. Oh, what an understanding they do have. Difficult angle and some brotherly advice going on there. Fairly predictable, I would say. Put it through the middle, son. Possibly breakfast in bed in the morning going on this one as Trevor Russell moves in, and what a vital one it'll be for Hamilton if he can kick it. Kicks pretty straight. They don't miss too many of these boys, and Hamilton go to 5 goals, 30 points. South Gambier are 3 goals, 18 points. SESA coverage of the 1981 Western Border League Grand Final brought to you by the South Australian Brewing Company.
And the kicking for goal has been magnificent. We've seen 8 goals kicked, 5 by Hamilton, 3 by South Gambier, and yet to see a minor score. Back in the centre with umpire Rowan Saws. And it's Murray Batt in opposition to Murray Merritt. Lutzi still on the ball for South Gambier. Ball favours Batt, gets it down to Cranage. Cranage up towards half forward. There's Trevor Russell and Jennings, knocked on by Menzel. Here's Ian Wilson and Sharon doing battle. Gets it out towards centre wing. Grant McKinnon, a big kick winner for South Gambier already. Gets it onto his brother Robin. Robin goes for one of his bounces, or he touches the ground because the ground is a little heavy. Goes in towards half forward. He's looking for Coulter. Knocked away from Lovison. Millick's in trouble, and umpire Kevin Smith will come in and call for a ball up at centre half forward for South Gambier. Sam McGuinness coming down to do the ruck work in opposition to Murray Batt, number 23. It's Carey down towards Morano. Morano now a chance. Dodges, gets it on his left boot, chips in towards Skull, and has put it through.
Oh, remarkable goal.
What an amazing goal.
Magnificent individual effort by Trevor Morano. That's the sort of thing that South Gambier needed at that stage. Clever, gutsy play by the little rover. Probably handicapped slightly by some groin injury during the year, and we haven't seen the full value of Trevor Morano in this competition as yet, but that was a glimpse of it. Superbly played.
We've seen some great individual duels already, and it's unusual for a grand final to have the skills of the game produced so clearly, so early when the pressure is on, Jim.
Well, that's right. Normally the first quarter you have one of fumbles and tension as the ball's bounced, but not in this game. Merritt takes it out of centre with that long left footer in towards centre half forward. Loverson's got the sit. Clever spoil, Ryan. Played on here, goes down towards Hamilton. They drive the ball long towards centre half forward where Fox has got the sit and does it well. Shaw missed what he should have taken. Covers well though. In the back, says the umpire, yes, predictable from even this height. Gary Fox goes back on half-back flank. He'll be looking to get on with it quickly. Will come around this grandstand side on the right foot. There it is, the drop punt kick towards the wing position. Grant McKinnon sets himself. Oh, clever mark, Ryan from behind. Got the right on his own player. Then he doesn't look too well, does Kenner. But Ryan with the ball for Hamilton. Has plenty of space there as he goes with the drop punt in towards the half-forward flank position. High over the back. That time was hit by Trevor Russell, which was clever roving by Sharon. Sharon goes towards an open goal and misses.
Well, that's the first one. Oh, and that's on down in the forward pocket. Berger has thrown one, and it's really on. And McGrath dropped Berger, and we didn't expect to see this would happen. And they're coming from everywhere.
We talked about the tension at the last set of bounce, Graham, that it hadn't showed. The ball handling was crisp and clear, but now the tension comes to the surface and is really boiling in the Hamilton forward pocket as players and umpires and even
like
the crowd
has been reported.
Well, that's a blow for Timmy. However, the rules are there. It had to break, Graham. I thought it was too good an opening. The clean ball handling. There didn't seem to be the pressure, but I thought we saw it then was players lost their cool for that moment. Both captains
Berger
on the
looks
field.
like he's got the free kick too. Or has he?
Kevin Smith sorting it out there. What is going on? Goal umpire taking down names.
It's a behind. It has to stand, I would imagine. Or there's going to be a free kick as well.
Consultation. I think there is a free kick.
Yes, there is, to Stephen Berger. I thought Berger was a little lucky there because without being too parochial, I thought he started the whole incident, but still then again, there's no need to retaliate, I guess.
Yes, Stephen Berger. Well, that was the discipline I talked about earlier, Graham. It's often the retaliator who gets caught, and Tim McGrath's been in the game a long time and shouldn't be really falling for those, especially not 10 metres from goal. Berger moves in. Thank you very much. And Hamilton Hamilton go further ahead. 6 goals on the scoreboard, 6 goals, 1 behind, 31 points. It's got up there, but I don't think that behind counts. I think it'll be 6 straight goals, 36 points. South Gambier 4 goals straight, 24 points.
That's an interesting one when the behind had actually scored before the fracas started there, and it'll be interesting to see just whether that is allowed to continue.
Well, I did notice that the scoreboard attendants rushed down to talk to the goal umpire. They want to clarify it fairly quickly, whether that point will actually stand. Boundary umpire's bringing the ball back towards the centre. There's a bit of feeling in there now. Robin Lutz is trying to urge his boys on in the centre. Paul Cramry having a chat there to Murray Merritt too. They're all starting to get involved in this game now, and I think we've really got a final on our hands. Hamilton by 13 points. Ball bounced down. Merritt and Bat again. Bat got that hit. Not decisive, though. Robin McKinnon in. Lutz has got a chance. Possibly too high. Yes, it was. Robin Lutz from the centre position to drive forward for South Gambier.
Robin Lutz shaking his head as he gets up there. I think he copped one fairly high, all right. Goes into looking towards to go into half-forward flank. Comes out towards the grandstand side. Quarter into the back at Lovison. Lovison almost the mark. Good smothering tactics there by Morano. And finally a ball up at centre half-forward. And all taken by umpire Kevin Smith.
It's a little bit hard on Mike Lovison, I thought, Kevin Smith. Then he almost had that one.
It's McGuinness and Bat comes out towards Douglas, knocked on by Barriana. Good sharking by McKinnon, cleverly over towards Jennings. Jennings running into a wall of his own players, goes in short, but Trevor Sevier is there, and he will take the kick from halfback.
And what loyal service has this boy given to Hamilton as back he goes on the left foot. Been a stalwart of the club for years, and he goes short there, but it wasn't the bad kick. Ryan gets a tap on, but Crawford's there to cover up for Hamilton. He'll get tackled by by Cramry, but got rid of it. Clever roving Sherrin. He's caught, though. No support from Hamilton. Numbers here, South Gambier. In goes McKinnon with the Cramry. Cramry all steady on the forward pocket. Drive long, but across the face of the goals it goes. 1 point only. And that is the first point on the board because the Hamilton point has been taken down. So South Gambier 4-1-25, trail Hamilton 6 straight 36. Stewie beaten to bring the ball back in as it goes out into the crowd. What's your estimation of the crowd here, Graham?
I would say we'll be looking at about a $10,000 gate, Jim, perhaps 4,000 people. And considering the conditions, I think, although it's been fine right through the game so far, I think we've got a fairly good grand final crowd on our hands.
Yes, it rained previously here today, Graham, in the seconds game, the seconds last quarter, but it's fined up well. Stuart Beaton brings the ball out defensive side with a wobbly old torpedo punt kick. Douglas in front. He can't hold it. Goes to it out here on towards the half-forward line. Millick's in hard there for South Gambier. So too is Carey for Hamilton. And the ball up to take place right out on that half-forward flank. Other side of the ground, Kevin Smith to bounce the ball.
A lot of pressure on that South Gambier half-forward line as Kevin Smith comes in. It's Marriott in opposition to Bat. These two have been doing most of the ruck work in this term. Jostling for position. Bat finally gets it out, gets a short kick down towards Kenner. Kenner off the ground, and I think that could be... No, it was just inside. And a boundary throw in midway between centre wing and half-forward on the scoreboard side.
Been a grand opening, Graham. We couldn't want for more. You've had plenty of spills and thrills and good ball handling, good football on top of that. Free kick against Murray. Bat must be to Murray Merritt. And he'll drive long. Can really get onto a ball, this boy, too, as he goes long with the drop punt kick. Setting himself from behind is McGuinness, but no, in front. Beaton does it well. McGuinness from behind, too. Good play. Clever bump by Lovison. Takes him off the ball. Lovison again, good body work. Gets it out to Carey. Carey from the back pocket. Walks around Kilda. Finally, too high is at the umpire. Play on, says Carey. I'll take it over the Cranage. And retaliated, and the ball will take it off. Hamilton here. It'll go to Peter Kilda. Well, again, that discipline lacking. We saw it previously. It cost South Gambier a goal, and now his chance for Peter Kilda to drive south forward against the Hamilton player there. Here it goes in towards full forward from behind Ryan. Lovison's there to take it to the ground. All South Gambier scouting. McKinnon's caught. Across to brother Robbie. Robbie, a long hand pass is given Chrissy Ryan space, but he fumbles. Ball hit the ground there. Taken away by Cranage. He's caught. Tries to get a hand pass out. Clever play that time. Carey again to hit Crawford. Wide it's given to Ryan. Ryan breaks the tackle nicely. Hamilton going forward. Quick kick by Ryan. In front is Jennings for South Gambier. They collide with each other there to South Gambier players. It's close to the boundary line. Jennings goes for safety. Throw in to take place. No, says the umpire deliberately.
Silly play by Peter Jennings because, well, perhaps it was bad talking by Ian Wilson because there was two South Gambier players there on their own and allowed the ball to be hit out instead of being aggressive and taking the ball away. Here's the kick. It's gone down towards half forward for Hamilton and another boundary throw in. Steve Berger coming down with Tim McGrath. Marriott is also there. It's Berger and Marriott. Over the back, it's Berger. Gets it on. Oh, bad luck for Hamilton there because Cranage misjudged the ball. And a ball up will result. Umpire Rowan Saws says it's my ball. Midway between half forward and centre wing. Berger. And number 9 is Berger. There's Douglas Berger takes it out of the air, trapped by McGrath, gets it down towards Cranich. He's been a fair player for Hamilton today, up towards the full-back position. It's out on the full. Good jostling duel there between Gary Wenham and Tony Russell. Wenham plays on immediately, comes out this half-back line. He's looking for Merritt. Up the back is Bill. Kenner is there. He's trapped by Ryan and holding the ball there. Good tackle by Chris Ryan, or is it Kevin Douglas will take the free kick from half-back for South Gambier.
Kevin Douglas from the half-back position now goes long with the drop punt kick, spinning nicely as it goes into this breeze. Lovison from behind again, but in front Sevier. And the stalwart strong in defence on centre wing. Not a very good kick. That's Tui's kick poorly now. Out it goes to Watson. He traps it well. Well done, the young fella, as he gets on the left foot and breaks clear of centre. Clever short pass finds Ryan, who accepts it. He'll have to get around Douglas. Puts the ball out in front of him. Play on, says umpire. Close to boundary line. Throw in to take place, grandstand side.
Hamilton starting to get on top, starting to break even on the wings with Ryan and Watson both starting to play a bit better.
Yes, they're coming better out of the physical clashes at the moment, Graham.
As Jennings going in towards centre wing, looking for Lutzi. He's faded out, and as I say that, he takes another mark, this time on the...
And limping. Not a good sign. Goes short. Might be a sign that he can't kick long. Monaro fumbles, but has plenty of time to recover. Goes on the right foot, long towards forward pocket. Beaton's got the sit on McGuinness and does it well. Stuart Beaton from back pocket. Players calling for the lead. Carey's in short, but he'll go long. Experience tells as he kicks back towards the centre wing position. Bat front, but clever play from behind. It's all Hamilton, taken by Gavin Bell. Trying to move the ball quickly. Towards centre half forward it goes. Merritt goes high, tapped away, taken cleverly by Kenner off hands. Drives it long towards full forward. Russell and Wenham one out. Front position. Russell can't hold it. Greenwich is in there roving well. He's caught. Russell has a chance now. South Gambier players back there in defence. Good play, Gary Fox. Finally it goes to Graham Howard. Quickly to Wilson. And Kulishalaki's lost possession. Dives on the ball again. And it must be a ball up. And that was a comedy of errors, Graham.
Yes, it was. A lot of pressure there too, Jim. As we've been playing 31 minutes. Hamilton 6 goals, 36. South Gambier 4-1, 25. As the ball comes out towards this boy Watson again, he chips in towards goal. It's all South Gambier there and punched away. Bad talking once again by the South Gambier defence. They had it on their own. Peter Jennings punched it out as we end the first term with Hamilton 6 goals, 36. South Gambier 4-1, 25. Umpire Kevin Smith about to send the players on their way in the second term. Hamilton leading by 11 points. It's Merritt in opposition to Bat. Bat thumps it down towards Merritt with a hand pass out to Cramery. Cramery quickly up towards half forward. He has Ryan free. It's Gavin Bell, but it's the Warhorse himself and Trevor Sevier coming out towards centre wing. Grant McKinnon is there. Over the top, it's Paul Ryan, and this player has done well after McKinnon opened very strongly in the first 15 minutes of that first turn. Goes in short, looking to David Crawford, but it beats him over the line and out of bounds, midway between centre wing and half forward on the scoreboard side. Hamilton 6 goals, South Gambier 4-1, 11 points of difference. Merritt is 13, 23 at the back. It's Bat down towards Cranage. McKinnon is giving the pressure, pushes in the back, allowed to play on. Plenty of bodies in there as it comes out to Cramery. He hasn't played bad for a player that hasn't played for 5 weeks. McKinnon tries to get it over towards Morano. He finally comes clear on that half-forward line. Goes in towards looking for Chris Ryan, but it's Mike Lovison, who's played very well at centre half-back, who chips in and takes the mark. He comes out the scoreboard wing. Centre wing, he's looking for Murray Bat, finds that player. Has players running past in Crawford. He gives the ball out to him. Crawford fakes the hand pass, goes in towards the half-forward line, has Kenner running free. Good spalling tactics there by Wilson. Comes out towards a Hamilton player, on towards Kenner again. He tries to shrug off the tackle, gets it out to Peter Jennings, and Jennings will relieve as he goes out towards centre wing to look for Grant McKinnon, but it beats that player over the line, out of bounds for a boundary throw in.
Outer side of the ground, wing position, Ruckman, Bat and Merritt. Fine contesters, Merritt front position. Finally, Bat gets it down cleverly to Crawford. Crawford on the right foot towards centre half forward, where it's taken from behind by Gary Fox.
Crawford's had the better of Robbie McKinnon in the centre too, Jim.
He's playing pretty tightly on him, Graham, as Gary Fox goes back and looks to the defensive side. Not sure he should go out there, but Coulter's going to have his first kick. Takes the mark, it's paid. Too late, Murray Bat on the scene then, and Peter Coulter goes back for his first touch. He's been a bit quiet, but he can give plenty when he goes, and then he goes with the right foot drop punt in towards centre half forward. McGuinness in front, hit away from him. Hamilton there to take it away. Clever play, Lovison again, out of it goes this time to Sevier. Sevier breaks clear, drives with the left foot towards the centre wing position. Jennings is in front of Russell. Russell from behind gets a bit of bounce. Jennings backs up well, takes the ball away, drives it towards centre half forward position again on the flank. Lovison from behind misses it. Monaro's got to run. The ball will bounce for him. It does now. He has to handball it to himself in that pocket and can't control it. The ball goes off his legs, out of bounds. Throw in to take place on the defensive side of the ground, deep in the South Gambier forward pocket. McGuinness opposed to Bat. Bat in front. McGuinness gets a fist of the ball. No one takes it away. Finally goes past that player, and Sharon is taken away again by Crawford, who's dominating the game. Drop punt kick goes towards centre wing. Jennings in front takes a spectacular sliding mark.
He's played well on that half-back line, and he's kept a good tight rein on that damaging player in Trevor Russell as Jennings from centre wing. This Hamilton defence holding up well so far in the second term. Goes in towards looking for McGuinness. Bat at the back, almost the mark. Yes, he's going to be paid the mark, and it will go to Murray Bat, who's dropping back in that defence to lend out a hand as South Gambier go with the aid of a slight breeze, perhaps worth 2 or 3 goals. Out towards Lovison. Lovison, a good mark. He's been a very good player at centre half-back. Under pressure from Coulter. Comes free from half-back in towards the centre wing area, but it's Murray Merritt drops what he perhaps should have taken. Gets it out towards Grant McKinnon. McKinnon under pressure. Gets the ball free now. Goes in, shocking kick. Straight up in the air, and his opponent in Paul Ryan takes a mark deep out on that centre wing on the scoreboard side.
The rain tumbles down, Graham.
Yes, it certainly is. It's the first time we've had rain during the grand final so far. We've been playing 5 minutes as Ryan kicks into the man. Comedy of errors so far in this second term as Hamilton trying to bottle the play up and successfully doing so far, and a boundary throw in at centre wing.
That wind looks as if it may have even swung around a bit, Graham, and that's not good for South Gambier because they need to use it. Bat gets the hit out, does it well. Clever roving Sharon, does it well too off the ground instead of trying to pick it up. But a beautiful mark taken by Gary Fox as he threw himself at the ball. No, it's Colin Black. All determination is the team of the year centre half back as he goes wide that defensive side. Not good tactics, South Gambier. Should be trying to attack. Out it goes that way. Lutz from behind doesn't take it. Sevier's got the run of the ball and does it well. Clever play Kranich as he gets the ball on and looking good, Hamilton. Picked up on that centre wing. Clever hand pass out again. It goes. Looks like Sharon, the little rover, goes with the left foot down towards the forward pocket. Russell's caught from behind but gets a big leap. Almost takes a beauty. Kenner roves it well but too close to the boundary line, and throw in to take place in the Hamilton forward pocket, and the ball moved very quickly then, Graham.
Yes, it did, and the further this game is going, the better Hamilton look. They're really on top across centre. Crawford winning hands down in the middle, and Ryan is starting to get on top of Grant McKinnon. There's the tap out, comes out towards South Gambier's Peter Jennings. He's been one of the better players for the Demons so far. He's under pressure, gets a hit out towards Kranich. Kranich goes in towards Gerard O'Keefe, and O'Keefe will take a mark probably 15 to 20 metres out directly in front, and couldn't fail to register a score. It's just a matter of whether he is able to kick accurately.
Clever play by the captain coach then as he picked out Jerry O'Keefe. A very good chip shot. And O'Keefe moves in and puts it straight through the middle, Graham. And that's a handy one for Hamilton against what I think is the breeze, although I question it may have swung around with the rain coming in before. That looks a little bit ominous for South Gambier. The scoreboard reading, Hamilton are 7 straight, they're 42. South Gambier are 4-1, 25.
And Trevor Morano coming off for South Gambier, and the player coming on is David Greeny. Perhaps looking for a little bit more height across that half-forward line as Murray Merritt goes down towards full forward. Back in the centre with umpire Rowan Soares. It's Sam McGuinness on the ball for the Demons, and the Demons struggling a little bit. Their pace has gone out of the game, and Hamilton doing all the work, all the aggressive work so far. There's a tap out by McGuinness down to Douglas. He's done very little. Out towards Coulter. Coulter on to Howard. Howard up towards half forward. No one home for South Gambier as Sevier is becoming a very dangerous player in that last line of defence for Hamilton. Goes out towards Russell Sharon and finds that player at centre half back. They're playing the short game well. Out towards Lovison. Lovison can't control it. Over the line and out of bounds. Boundary throw in at centre wing for South Gambier. My
word, they are playing confidently. Hamilton too now, Graham. Being spurred on. Berger from behind. You probably get a free kick here or will go against him. No, McGuinness will take it. Berger was outnumbered 2-1, but Sam McGuinness was the front player and he'll take free kick almost just down from centre wing. Jerry O'Keefe takes the markers. Man McGuinness goes long towards full forward. Merritt's got the front position from behind. Clever spoil that man Sevier again. Lutz is on one leg. He can't get there. The ball will roll over. Forward pocket position for South Gambier.
Yes, there's definitely the sting's gone out of the South Gambier side, Jim, and perhaps there's a few players that are carrying a couple of injuries.
Hit out by Berger. or fumble in the goal square. Merritt goes in hard. Greenwich is on the bottom of the pack where a captain coach should be and does it well. Kicks the defensive side and a chance for the runners. It's Ryan versus McKinnon. Ryan takes it first. They both go over. Clever backing up by Robbie McKinnon on his right foot. Takes it into the pocket. The pass is a gem and Ryan, does not hold it. Almost had it. Greenwich is there to back up. Clever play Hamilton as they fall on the ball. Finally comes out to Sevier again, who's had a ton of kicks. On he goes with the left foot back towards centre wing. Players set themselves in front. Ryan it was again, and my word, he's got on top on that wing.
Yes, playing very well, Paul Ryan. Perhaps almost the best player on the ground so far, with perhaps David Crawford in the centre. And Hamilton winning clearly in defence and doing also well across centre. This is a shocking kick from Paul Ryan, and that's the first mistake he's made today. And there'll be a bounty throw in centre wing scoreboard side. Hamilton 7 goals, yet to kick a minor score, and South Gambier 4-1. They haven't had a score since quarter time, and we've been playing about 7.5 minutes in the second term. Ball up at centre wing. Stephen Berger in opposition to Sam McGuinness. McGuinness, number 11, gets it down. Finally comes out to Kenner. Kenner over to Lovison. Lovison comes direct play out towards the clubroom side, and Watson almost the mark. Play on, he gets on his left boot. He's a very quick player. Fox in there, so too is Robbie McKinnon. McKinnon now a chance, comes through half-forward. He kicks long. This could be a goal to South Gambier's Robbie McKinnon. Great play by Robbie McKinnon, and he kicks South Gambier's 5th. And we're watching the 1981 Western Border League Grand Final, brought to you by the South Australian Brewing Company.
My word, it was a handy one, Graham. The one they wanted, and who was it to get it? None other than Robin McKinnon, the centreman, breaking through the centre. Bit stiff Hamilton then. Watson almost had the mark, but it was a very good tackle on him by Graham Howard. McKinnon roved it well, and the long kick did the rest. Clever play, Rob McKinnon. Ball up in the centre again. Berger takes it on with McGuinness. These two are having a duel too. McGuinness gets the best of the bounce, takes it well, the big fella. On the left foot, it goes towards centre half forward. Ryan's in front. Ball punched away cleverly that time by Annett. If it goes on the left foot again, Rhino hooks it back towards the goal square. Marritt's got the set. From behind, goes across Beaton. Looks like Greeny down there. Finally, Sevier takes it well. That filled everyone, the flood of that ball. Finally, it goes to Beaton, who's got plenty of room. Gives it on cleverly to his teammate there, who runs from half-back, long towards the centre wing position. Jennings has got the set from behind and does it well. Yes, had to pay that one. Peter Jennings read it off the boot better. Hick Crawford arguing with it. That won't do you any good. And Jennings has done a very good job on Trevor Russell-Graham.
He certainly has, Jim, and he's been perhaps one of South Gambier's better players. He comes in towards centre half forward. He's looking for Robin Lutz. It's Berger gets it down towards a player there in Paul Ryan. He's under pressure. Comes out to Barry Annett, and finally looks like, no, it's Carey. Young Tim Carey from the back pocket. Take the free kick inside the half-back line for Hamilton. He goes in short, looking for Kenner. And Kenner takes the mark almost in the centre of the ground. Comes around, looking towards half-forward. He's looking for Batt and McGrath. Batt almost pulled it in. Good play there by Gary Fox. And Gary Fox will take the free kick just inside the square at the centre half-back position for South Gambier. Goes in short, finds Howard. Howard has players running free up towards half-forward. He takes, goes around Gavin Bell, goes in long. He's looking for Merritt. Merritt been very quiet in the game so far, too far for that player, and Stewie Beaton will take the mark in the back pocket. Goes in short, looking for Berger. Has Sevier running free. Calder unloads Berger, and the mark will be taken by Stephen Berger on that half-back line.
Robin Lutz off the ground, Graham, and Brad Patz will come on, and did not look good. That's a bad sign for South Gambier. They're really going to have to lift now. Here's one of the players as Sam McGuinness goes on his left foot towards centre half forward. Ryan from behind does the spoil. Clever play, Douglas, as he roved it well. Got it quickly onto the boot. Loverson's got the sit on Brad Patzel, fresh on the ground. Sharon's been a clever rover. On he goes on left foot. He's taken a long time, but has plenty of pace. Boots it with the long left foot wide. Kenner's got the sit on Grant McKinnon, but Grant McKinnon does it well from the front. Trevor Russell showing pace as he goes after him, and clever spoil by the half-forward flanker. That's more of the stuff we need to see from him. Throw in to take place out of wing position. Hamilton in front by 11 points. Nothing in it. In they go. McGuinness opposed to Berger. McGuinness front position. Berger got the better lead. Clever play, O'Keefe, as he tapped it on. Finally, it's left to Jennings again to go after the ball. He's got no support. Finally gets it out to McKinnon. McKinnon goes on the right foot towards centre half forward. Over the back it goes to Morano. Morano's caught with the ball. No, dropped in front of him. Plants at the umpire. Hit on. Bradley Patzel fresh on the ground. Can't pick it up. You only get one chance in finals. Clever smother, though, as he come back on Loverson. And the ball up to take place just down from centre half forward in the South Gambier forward area. That was clever play by Loverson to get back and get the smother on the young fella Bradley Patzel, fresh on the ground. Robin Lutz is off, doesn't look good, limping. Merritt gets the hit away. pack of players there again. Morano tries to force his way through. He's dragged by the Guernsey. Finally, I think Kevin Smith will be forced to bounce the ball again.
Actually, Jim, I think South Gambier could perhaps put Chris Ryan, the centre-half forward, and take Calder away to the flank to get Lovison away from that key position.
That's right, Graham. That run is not coming through the half-forward line at all for South Gambier. Calder looks handicapped. His knees heavily strapped. Ryan could be the answer. Finally, Robbie McKinnon with the ball. Now he's doing it single-handedly. Hooks it back from the boundary line. Very close. Oh, Greeny almost got it. He's outnumbered 2-1. Clever play by Sheeran as he's back there in defence. He's been everywhere. Pepper and salt. Out it goes wide. A chance here this time for Watson, who trapped the ball well. Graham Howard in pursuit. Throw in to take place. Half-forward flank. South Gambier going forward.
Hamilton 7 goals, yet to score a minor score. 42, South Gambier 5-1. There's still 11 points of difference. It's Calder down towards Morano. Morano in trouble, holding the ball. Good decision, and the free kick will go to Alan Kenner. Kenner been a good player for Hamilton today. One of the veterans of the Western Border League. He comes in towards centre wing. McGuinness and Batt. Over the back, it's McGrath. Gets it down. Still trying to battle the ball out. Gavin Bell is in there, and so too is Gary Fox. Number 23 on your screen is Murray Batt. 29 is Jared O'Keefe. Soars with the bounce, centre wing. McGrath on the ball now. Gets it down towards David Crawford. He's tackled. Howard trying to bust his way out. He gets a free kick for legging, and Graham Howard will take the free kick. Jared O'Keefe there giving him a little bit of opposition, preventing him from taking the ball quickly, and enable South Gambier to bottle up play. He comes out towards Kevin Douglas. Douglas, one player who needs to lift in the ruck roving department. He takes the mark at half forward.
He'll go looking long for Murray Merritt. No, goes in short. Morano's got loose there.
And he can score from here too, Jim.
He's a very good kick of the ball. The ball might be a little bit greasy. We've had a shower of rain early in the quarter, but if anyone can kick a goal from here, Trevor Morano is the boy. Taking time. Should favour the drop punt. Lead from Calder ignored. He's going to try and play around Lovison. Got around him. Lines up with the right foot. Hooking it though. Will miss to the left. 1 point. Well, that was a bit of confidence by Trevor Morano then to take on Lovison. Possibly feeling he was a little bit too far out. I do tend to think, Graham, that breeze is now blowing across the ground rather than favouring one end.
Yes, you could be right, Jim. We've been playing 15 minutes in this second term, and the difference now is 10 points. Is Stewie Beaton about to kick off for Hamilton. Fairly muddy down there in that goal square area. He's going out the scoreboard side. It's a big high punt kick out towards the half-back line. McGuinness is there for South Gambier, punched away from him by Stephen Berger. And Berger's done a fair job on the ball for Hamilton, Jim, in more of a nullifying role rather than being a dominating player.
He has, Graham. He's given away inches, but that was no indication. He got the ball down then. Clever sharking Douglas on the left foot towards Greeny. Greeny positioned himself well. Did it well. Sevier says he had me by the arm. Kevin Smith's having none of it. And David Greeny, who started at full back earlier in the season for South Gambier, now finds himself at full forward and a chance to kick a goal in the grand final. One they need. They trail by 10 points. Can he make it only 4? Back he goes, favouring the drop punt kick. Good balance as he walks in. Straight. Beaton on the line, saves it. Well, he didn't get much distance. Stuart Beaton read it well. He'll play on immediately out here looking for Annett. Annett's got the sit and does it well. Gavin Bell it is. Clever play. Oh, doubtful hand pass, but play goes on. Lovison, who's done well, is met well by McKinnon. Clever roving Robbie McKinnon, but he's caught by Crawford. Watson goes in hard, as does McGrath. Clever play. Watson gets the ball out. He's met by Douglas, who's first to recover. Tries it cleverly to get it towards Howard. Howard's grabbed. Put the ball down in the back, says the boundary. Kevin Smith, and Graham Howard is always willing to take free kicks. Goes back quickly. Driving the ball from centre wing, looking for centre half forward. The leads aren't coming down there. Kicks it high. Merritt sets himself from behind Beaton. Merritt's got front posse. Almost took the mark. Umpire put whistle in mouth. Didn't blow it. Kicked away by Beaton. Behind the packets, Colin Black again. Very cool. Gets it to Gary Fox. Gary Fox takes his time. Drives it long towards centre half forward. But Lovison in the way again. And my word, he's doing well there at centre half back. A real winner. Shoots it wide. And this boy's done well too for Hamilton. Young Sheeran. Douglas on the mark. Bad kick by Sheeran. He's allowed Calder in. If he can get space, he's got a chance. Kicks it with the left foot down. Long. Beaton in front. From behind. Clever backing up Sevier. That's the difference in the sides at the moment. Hamilton support all around the ground. Here's a chance for O'Keefe. Well done. Morano giving him attention. Back he goes. He'll go for the right footer and try to get it long towards centre half forward. Boots the ball high. McGuinness has got the sit on Batt. McGrath from the front. Fox is down there, as too is Ryan for Hamilton. McGrath finally got the ball out. Said he should have tapped it earlier, says Rowan Saws. Bit hard on Timmy McGrath. The free kick will go to Ryan of Hamilton on the centre wing. Driving towards half-forward flank. Russell leading, McGuinness takes it up, clever roving up the pack by Trevor Russell. The kick goes across the face of the goal, misses to the left, and that was a chance for the dynamic half-forward to get his name on the board then. Couldn't quite do it. 1 point, South Gambier are 5-2-32. Hamilton's first behind, they're 7-1-43.
Kick in to be taken by the back pocket player in Ian Wilson. He's doing the kicking in. That's the first minor score for Hamilton as he comes out the clubroom side. He's looking for Douglas, just gets hands to ball as it goes over the line, and the boundary throw in on the half-back line for South Gambier. It's been a good quarter for Hamilton. They've held South to 1 goal, 1, and they've kicked 1-1 themselves. There's the tap out, down to Watson. He's in trouble, shrugs the tackle off, up towards Cranage. Oh, the ball bounces awkwardly for McGuinness. And here's a chance now as Brereton is on the field for Hamilton, and he kicks off the ground over the line on the full, and the free kick back there in the last line of defence will be taken by Gary Wenham.
I didn't get the Hamilton player that came off either, Graham. We'll have to look for that one, but Brereton is definitely on the field. He's number 17 as Wenham takes it from the back pocket, driving up towards the centre wing. The wing gets behind that one and carries the ball. Big leap by Murray Batt, but in front, this boy Watson is doing well on Graham Howard. They've had a terrific battle up in front and takes the mark. He's going on his left foot. That's given him space today all day, long towards the square. Russell's in front, and that's dangerous. That's dangerous when that boy gets in front. Those long arms go up, periscope, and he's got them. He's got the mark. 10 metres from goal, Hooky Wenham, hands on hips, looks a little dejected. Very mean but dependable full-back, Gary Wenham, and doesn't like full forwards getting goal. Russell moves in, kicks pretty straight, right through the middle. Handy one to Hamilton. They go to 8-1-43. South Gambier 5-32 on SESH replay of the 1981 Western Border League Grand Final.
Up towards Robbie McKinnon. McKinnon trying to get the ball on. Well tackled there by Ryan. By G. Hamilton's tackling's been good since halfway through that first term. Up towards full forward, looking for... Oh, bad mistake there from Wenham. Dropped the mark. Out towards Colin Black, and the pressure's really on the South Gambier defence as he comes out towards centre wing, finds Robbie McKinnon, and McKinnon has lifted his game in this second half of the second term. Goes in short, up towards Douglas. Here's a chance for South Gambier now. Douglas a chance to go long. He does so up towards the square, but there's no one there for South Gambier. Oh, yes, there is. It's floated through. It's a goal. Well, there was no one but Hamilton defenders back there, and that was a good goal there by Kevin Douglas.
A fine kick, Graham, and I think that's probably done our theory about which way the wind's blowing, because that was a very long kick just from the point of the square by Kevin Douglas, who's been rather quiet today, but that'll lift his confidence. A badly needed one for South Gambier, gets them back in touch. They now only trail by 11 points as Kevin Smith takes the ball again, ready to put it underway, and we've played for approximately 20 minutes into this second quarter.
That'll be a lift or two, Jim, or it should be.
It should be. If anything would lift them, that would, especially from KD. Ball bounce, down it goes. Kenny gets the hit eventually. McGuinness takes and gives a clever hand pass to Merritt. Clever tap onto the running Cramry, but good defence, Carey. Comes in and meets the bump well, keeps his eye on the ball, finally comes out with it. That's good defence. Out it goes to Douglas again. Finally, Cranage to weave his way through. Takes a clever hand pass to Crawford, who's been everywhere. Clever ball. He's caught, tries to get back on top of the ball, does it well. Players coming in to help him. Finally goes towards Robert McKinnon. Ryan's in there to say, you won't get away with it. Finally, Kevin Smith is forced to bounce the ball. Slightly towards the South Gambier half-forward line. And there was plenty of pressure and heavy tackling on then as both teams now start to get into the flow of this grand final. Ball bounced down. McGuinness and Batt. McGuinness does it well. Douglas again gets it out to Robbie McKinnon. Clever play. Grab, didn't have the ball. Take it, Robin McKinnon. No, says Paul Cramage. Yes, says Kevin Smith. And Robin McKinnon from almost the centre. Drives it long. Long screw kick. Beautiful kick. Right to goal square. Coulter's in front from behind. Greeny takes the ball. Clever play across the Cramry, and South Gambier looking better as clever play from David Greeny. Got that ball nicely to Paul Cramry. Puts the 7th on the board for the Demons. They're 7-2 now on that scoreboard. 44 points. Hamilton are 8-1-49, and now we've got a ball game on our hands.
We certainly have, Jim, and the thing I think with the last 2 goals to South Gambier is that there's a little bit more enthusiasm in that South Gambier forward line. When players have done something well, the players have been letting them know and then congratulating them, and I think that's one thing that's been missing in this game so far from South Gambier. They've been a little bit lethargic, but they're back in with a chance now with only 5 points the difference. Back in the centre, umpire Rowan Saws. There's McGuinness. Bounce favours him over the top, down towards Kennabuchi. He's picked up a lot of kicks. Out towards Brereton. Bad bounce, thumped on by out towards Russell. Wilson to clear, gets it up towards Morano, too long for that player. Watson is the streamer, coming up towards half-forward, gets it up towards Berger. Plenty of pressure on that half-forward line, and could be a free kick here to South Gambier player in Ian Wilson, and he's been a good defender all afternoon. has Kevin Douglas loose at centre wing. Douglas starting to come into the game more in this
really
second
lifted
term.
his game, Graham, and he's one of the key players, the running players for South Gambier, and they need to get going. Takes it up towards centre wing, but good defence that time. This boy's played a marvellous game, and that's Gavin Bell on the half-back line, very sure and confident. The kick's in, though, just over Berger's head, but a good bounce goes towards Kenner. Clever play, Kenner, as he kept it in and kept it going forward. Hooking Wynnum coming in there for South. Finally, the captain, Coach Cranage, is caught from behind. O'Keefe has a look, tries to get the ball onto his boot. McGrath's in there, and players showing a little bit of tiredness too, Graham, as Kevin Smith decides to bounce the ball on the half-forward flank. Grandstand side, Hamilton in attack. Berger opposed to McGuinness. McGuinness gets the hit away this time, goes down. O'Keefe tries to shark. Clever play, Gary Fox out towards Wilson. Clever play, O'Keefe again. Back to Sherrin. Sherrin, the Rover, kicks a left foot long and misses left. Clever play by the Rover as he sharked that handball nicely from O'Keefe. That's a point on the board to Hamilton. They now go to 8-2-50. South Gambier 7-2-44. Colin Black now down at full-back on Brereton. He's probably followed him down there, bringing the ball back to the centre. Morano's got loose there, and he takes the mark at centre half-back. Runs wide towards the defensive side. I think they're going a long way home, South Gambier. And Morano goes short, clever pass, good interception by Ryan. Finally comes to the back where Crawford was better to judge it. McKinnon dives on the ball. He's all hard, as is his opponent, Heck Crawford. Out of bounds, out of side, throw in to take place.
Centre wing, boundary throw in is McGuinness, number 11. He's in opposition to 23 as Murray Batt. McGuinness in front. The jostling at the back, it's Batt. Down towards Morano. He's played better this term too. Down towards Grant McKinnon. He's in trouble. And too long, said umpire Smith, and the free kick to Paul Ryan. Paul Ryan from centre wing. Put Hamilton into attack. O'Keefe up there on the half-forward line. Goes in short. McKinnon chips in front of Russell Sherrin, and should be 15 metres. No. Part of the game, says umpire Saws, or Smith rather, and Robbie McKinnon, who's really lifted his game in this second term, takes his kick from half-back. Goes in towards the centre. Marrett is there, can't handle it. Down towards Lovison. Lovison in trouble. Out towards Kevin Douglas, number 14. He's getting help from Morano. Morano can't handle it. David Crawford in there, and he's held, and the free kick will go to David Heck Crawford from the half-back line for Hamilton.
Entering time on, Graham, as Crawford takes the ball, drives it towards the centre. He's got Ryan there, Howard from behind, Watson there to support. McGuinness was finally got hands the ball. Chrissy Ryan going in for South Gambier. Watson, good recovery. Takes the ball, he's got space on that right foot. Let's see how he does it. Awkwardly but accurately. In front it goes to Trevor Russell, who's been quiet. He should get the game moving quickly, but he's taking time. Plays on. Colin Black's got him, breaks the tackle well. Going with the right foot, long towards Brother at full forward. In he comes from the side, Tony Russell. Over the back, good defence, hooking Wynnum. Takes it towards the boundary line. Trying to keep it in play. Finally it goes over. Boundary umpire to put it back deep in that Hamilton forward pocket as the wind and the rain start to gust up again. Throw in to take place. We've got McGuinness on the ball with Berger. These two are working hard for the respective sides. Throw in to take place. Up it goes. Finally McGrath from the side. Kenner sharks it well, and that's the difference too at the moment. The Rovers of Hamilton doing a little bit more as Kenner drives to full forward. In front of us O'Keefe. That comes off his hands. 1 point, says the boundary, says the goal umpire. All clear, says Kevin Smith. Kick reaches the centre square. Howard's in front. Doesn't fumbles the ball. Should have taken that one. Clever play by Batt to Cranage. This is dangerous as Cranage goes long to the goal square. Ball holding up in the wind. Russell in front. Finally it's come down to O'Keefe. They'll hook it back over his head. Still doesn't get the distance. Tony Russell tries one-handed. Ian Wilson's there. Good defence, South Gambier. Plenty of opportunities. Went begging for Hamilton then. The ball driven wide, and haven't they got space? Grant McKinnon misses what he should have taken, but he's got yards. 10 yards he goes. 20 yards he covers, and boots along one to centre half forward where that man Loverson's in front again. The ball didn't run kindly for him. Batt's giving good... Merritt came in for South Gambier.
Well done, Loverson. Well done.
Good battling by Loverson. Howard's in there. Berger gets back to help. Finally, Robbie McKinnon breaks space. Drives long at the goal square. Will go left and just miss. Well, in the end, it missed by quite a bit, but it was a good performance by Robin McKinnon to get out there. Also, admirable play by that centre half-back, Mike Loverson, who has been outstanding.
He was outnumbered 3-1 there, Jim, and did it well because South Gambier, for all money, had a goal coming up. Stuart Beaton from full-back, been playing 32 minutes. Long quarters here today in the 1981 grand final. Out towards the half-back line, it's McGuinness, a good mark at half-back. He looks to come in towards midfield. He has Cranberry, always put it up high. Douglas, Merritt, all South Gambier there. Douglas can't handle it, and once again Hamilton will bottle play up midway between full forward and centre half forward. Almost siren time at half time. Ball to be put down. Up goes Merritt, thumps it away down towards Howard. Can't control it. Still battling in there, and Hamilton putting plenty of pressure on, and another ball up right on the edge of the square in Hamilton's defensive zone.
As Brereton comes off and Menzel comes back on for Hamilton.
There's the ball up. It's Merritt. Berger thumps it out towards the scoreboard, gives Annett the chance. He's under pressure from Brad Patzel and finally pushed across the line and out of bounds right in front of the scoreboard with Hamilton in front by 6 points.
And we're deep into time on. There's boundary umpire about to put it back in. Half forward flank, out of side for South Gambier. In front, in ruck is Merritt. Berger is opposed to him. Finally it's left to the Rove Morano. Clever play, Berger, as he cut across him and took the ball well. Hits it out, but it's all Grant McKinnon there. Boots the ball back towards that forward pocket. Coulter's on one-on-one with Beaton from behind Sevier. No, against Stu Peter Coulter, and Stewie Beaton, a dependable fullback for Hamilton, will take the ball and bring it round this grandstand side. That might be a bit dangerous. This seems to be the attacking flank. In front is Watson, almost held it. Clever support is given to him by Carey. Takes it on the ground well, he'll be caught, but he gets his foot to the ball. In it goes in short. Russell and Jennings having a good battle. Russell almost took that one. Clever body used by Ryan as it comes out here. Jennings is over the top of it. Finally Trevor Russell on the right foot, boots it back towards half forward, but Colin Black is there in defence. And the South Gambier centre half-back has been in full-back and centre half-back, switched around. Has the ball. Siren goes. Half-time scores in the Western Border League Grand Final, brought to you by the South Australian Brewing Company on SES 8. Hamilton 8-3-51. South Gambier 7-3-45. Umpire Rowan Saws holds the ball high, ready to start the third quarter of the Western Border League Grand Final 81, brought to you by the South Australian Brewing Company on SES 8. McGuinness is interfered with. Free kick, Sam McGuinness for South Gambier from the centre. Sends the Demons forward towards half forward. Morano's there. From behind, Carey gets the spoil. Chrissy Ryan for South Gambier does it well. Caught in possession. Good tackle that time. And the free kick will go to Hamilton on that half-back line. Taken by Gavin Bell. Been a good player for Hamilton all day. McKinnon chipping in across centre. Takes the mark. Kenner missed it. Bad pass, Bell. McKinnon looking to go on with the action here, but he's better off kicking it and kicking it long. South Gambier going into the breeze this quarter. Kevin Smith settling him down. Screw punt kick by Robin McKinnon going to the left. The breeze takes it across there. Lutz is on the field for South Gambier now. He went off in the second quarter with an injury. Howard spins out of the pack. Oh, clever smother by Lovison. Comes to Monaro. Quick kick forward. In front, Sevier. And he takes the mark in front of Greeny. Good, cool defence by Sevier there, right in the goal square. Defending for Hamilton. They have the use of the breeze. They'd want to use it this quarter too. Short pass to Crawford. Was a dangerous one. There were two South Gambier players out there, but Crawford did it well. The kick's not a good one. Finally, Watson, who's been a tremendous player for Hamilton, runs the wrong way, but hooks it back nicely on the left foot. In it goes short there. Barry Annett's in there to take the mark. At half-back. Driving long. At outer side of the ground. Menzel goes high, Black from behind, finally comes down to the ground. A chance here for Clark, who looks on the field. He picks the ball up, he's caught nicely, tries to get rid of it. Too long, said the umpire. And Colin Black takes the free kick for South Gambier, just short of the centre square. South going forward, plays it along that outer wing, out wide. Players go high. Graham Howard from behind takes the ball cleverly. He's got no support. Hand passes it on, runs on to try and get it himself. It goes close to the boundary line. The boundary umpire will intervene. Throw in to take place. Hamilton lead by 6 points.
Throw in on that half-forward line for South Gambier. It's Murray Bragg, number 23. Married in late, gets a tap away, down towards Cramery. Cramery can't get the ball away. And free kick to Hamilton's half-back flanker in Barry Annett. Annett from centre wing to drive Hamilton in, going with the breeze, goes high, up towards half-forward. Trevor Russell in front. Jennings gets the ball down. Through comes Clark. Elbow up. Black gets it out cleverly to Cramery. Robbie McKinnon now goes for a hand pass up towards his brother Grant McKinnon. McKinnon, like he did in that first term, goes up towards half-forward. He's looking for Merritt, but too short for that player. And Mike Lovison, being one of the stars for Hamilton today at centre half-back, takes the mark. Comes out towards centre wing. Here's McKinnon again. It's been a good duel between he and Paul Ryan. And, oh, gee, he was almost off. But umpire Smith allowing McKinnon to go back for his kick. In towards half-forward, looking for Merritt. Lovison pushes him away. Out comes Bat. Bat kicks high to centre wing. Watson there on his own will take the mark. He's a speedster, and he's perhaps had the better of the duel there with Graham Howard. In long towards half-forward. Cranage. Run of the ball. McGuinness shrugs off the tackle. Good play by Peter Clark using his weight out towards Cranage. Cranage goes short. Too far for Sheron. Still he's a left footer if he can come back onto his left boot. Tries to go through. Good tackle, South Gambier. Oh, play on. Out by Douglas to half-forward. Chris Ryan leads in the race for the ball. And Chris Ryan, a player who needs to lift on that half-forward line. He goes in long towards half-forward. It's two South Gambier players, Merritt, and Merritt takes the mark.
That's the one they've been waiting for, Graham, for Murray Merritt to lift himself and take those big grabs down on that forward line. That's what he did then. Sevier had no hope. The inches were too much to give away. And Murray Merritt from quite a way out, 45 metres, nearly 50 metres, driving in long, the ball going left. Players setting themselves in that square, comes over to back. No South Gambier player there. Finally, Stuart Beaton takes the safe way out, rushes it through for a behind. Pressure telling South 7-4-46. Hamilton 8-3-51. 5-point lead to the Magpies. Full-back Beaton with the ball going out aside. Defensive flank. Boots it long, almost to centre square. Cramry in front from behind Cranage. Clever roving by Howard. Does it well to McKinnon. He's been a good player. Off he goes, 10, 20 yards. Boots a long one goalward. Misses left.
Under a lot of pressure as he got that kick too, Jim.
Yes, the Shepherd could have come across then, Graham. Just the little things are starting to tell in this game now. The Shepherds, the tap-ons, they're the things that could throw it either side's way. Stuart Beaton with the ball back in that full-back position. Looking for leads. The sides are play safe. Go towards the outer side of the ground. This time with the screw punt. Covers plenty of distance. Batten McGrath comes over to back to Watson and Howard. What a duel that's been. Watson the speedster. Howard's with him all the way. To the boundary line it goes. Boundary umpire says I'll have it. Throw in to take place. Centre wing position. Outer side. McGuinness in battle now with Berger as Batten and McGrath come off the ball. And Tim McGrath following Murray back down to that forward pocket. As McGuinness gets a clever tap to Douglas, who's lifted his game. Kicks it wide, but well read by Clark. Look-alike for Renee King. Boots it on the left foot. Kenner misses what he almost should have taken there. Clever play, Wilson. You don't get second chances in finals. Out it goes from Wilson's kick defensively, hugging the boundary line too long. The Winds seemed to get that one. Carried a little bit far. Missed time by Ian Wilson. And the free kick going out on that outer side to be taken by Stephen Berger. The ruckman for Hamilton. Looking to kick it in long, does so now, covers plenty of distance too. Russell sets himself as does Bat, but only one-handed. Over the back, Trevor Russell, when he's most dangerous, hooks it back, but the angle was too far. In fact, he's more or less kicked it straight. It's out of bounds on the full, and Hookie went on the full back for South Gambier. Will take the relieving kick. Deep in that Hamilton forward pocket.
Peter Jennings, it is down in that back pocket.
Peter Jennings, sorry, Graham.
He's about to relieve for South Gambier, coming up the clubroom side, goes short, looks for Cramery over the back of Kenner. Ridden in the ground was the South Gambier player in Ian Wilson, and Wilson will take the free kick. He's been a good player in that defence for the Demons. All kicks into the man on the mark. That was bad play. Gives Hamilton a chance now through the agency of Johnny Menzel. He gets pushed in the back. Umpire said he was tapped over the shoulder, and Menzel, first time we've seen him in the play today, will take the free kick deep out on that half-forward flank for Hamilton. He's about 60 metres from goal, been playing about 6 minutes in this third term, and Hamilton looking just a little better in this grand final of 1981. Right into the square. Oh, it's a beautiful kick. Could almost be a goal. It's tapped right on the line, though. There's a free kick, an infringement there. Good umpiring as the player came over the top, infringed Sam McGuinness. Time on is blown as the ball's gone back over the back of that crowd deep there on the Hamilton goal square, and the free kick will go to Sam McGuinness.
Big Sam. Looking to kick the ball, out of danger for South Gambier. He's got a lead on there. He's got Wynnum in short, but he decides to ignore that player. From the square, he drives it out towards that outer wing position. In front is Douglas. Almost took one, couldn't handle, tapped it on cleverly. Sharon goes in with nice footwork. Doesn't come back to him, no. Clever defence, Wynnum. Off the Cramry. Cramry breaks the tackle. Clever hand pass to Colin Black. Colin Black looks further afield and drives a nice right foot drop punt towards McKinnon. Crawford spoils him well, but McKinnon's first to recover. He's caught. Handballs the ball clear. Brother Grant's in their support. Takes it nicely on the right foot. Boots it wide, and Lutz is out here. Cleverly done, Robin Lutz. Lines him up from on the square. Pops it in short. Saw David Greeny, and that's very good play by the captain. He saw David Greeny loose there. Instead of going long for the goal, very unselfishly popped it over. David Greeny a chance to kick a valuable one and could put South Gambier in front.
I think South Gambier, you know, they should miss an opportunity there to go along to Robin Lutz and really encourage him and say what good play that was, because there's no enthusiasm out there for South Gambier at the moment, Jim.
Kick from Greeny, looks pretty good off the boot, it's there. South go to the front. Just what you were talking about, Graham. Howard rushed down to talk to David Greeny, pat him on the back, as did Murray Merritt. That's a bit more life in the Demons. Clever play, Robin Lutz. All came, of course, out on that centre wing from the brilliant play of Robin McKinnon to get the ball clear to Brother Grant. He found Robin Lutz breaking through centre, and Lutz cleverly got the ball across to Greeny, and that was goodbye from there. South Gambier go to the lead, 2 points in front. Kevin Smith about to put the ball down again.
Back in the centre, umpire Kevin Smith sends the game underway as McGuinness gets the tap out, looking for Cramery. Clark, who's been a good player there. It was Carey out towards Grant McKinnon. He was pushed in the back, and by gee, this player has lifted his game in this term. He was right out of the play in that second quarter when Ryan got right on top, but Grant McKinnon come right into play in this third term. He goes in towards half forward. He's looking for Merritt. Lovison at the front. Down towards Kenner. He can't handle it. South Gambier try to shovel out. Chris Ryan is in there, so too is Kenner. Out towards Merritt. Cramery is Montgomery is there. Carey is there for Hamilton, and Paul Ryan, number 7 for Hamilton, is trapped by Graham Howard, and a ball up will result at centre half forward.
Kevin Smith again. He's playing away again. Merritt there with Berger. Merritt gets the hit. Finally, it's Crawford who takes it away, though. Hamilton Rovers have had the better of that duel. Goes long. Colin Black reads the ball well. Good defensive work by the centre half back. Not so sure where to go. Finally, Borks twists and turns. Be lucky if he... Yes, he finally got the hand pass away. Took a long time to do it. Jennings is put under immense pressure. Finally, Menzel can't take it away. Jennings backs in again. Finally comes to McGuinness. McGuinness out to Morano. The rain having an effect on the game as the ball becomes slippery, but South Gambier running it well. Grant McKinnon going to centre forward. Merritt's got the sit on Lovison, but couldn't take it. Douglas from behind. Quick kick off the ground. Bouncing towards a goal, but it's through. Clever roving by the follower there for South Gambier, and Douglas got the ball onto his boot very quickly indeed. That was clever play. South Gambier running the ball out of the centre. When they really start to run, they start to look good. South Gambier go to the lead of 8 points on the scoreboard now. South Gambier 59, leading Hamilton 51.
Second goal to Kevin Douglas, and my word, he's lifted his game since halfway through that second term, Jim. And once again, it was Grant McKinnon, as we saw in that first quarter, who led the assault on the goals there as he came streaming down from that centre wing. And it's been a tremendous clash across centre with McKinnon and Ryan on one wing, and Howard and Watson on the other. Ball up in the centre of the field. Umpire Rowan Saws as the rain teams down here at Sylvester Oval Coleraine. McGuinness and bat. McGuinness, a big thump away, comes out towards Lovison. Lovison traps it cleverly, gets a left foot kick up towards half forward. It's Fox and Clark. McGrath is backing up well. Watson is the speedster, number 30. He leads in the race, comes back onto his left boot as he has done so many times, cleverly trapped by Gary Fox. Watson goes in towards half forward. It goes short. He's gone the wrong way. Lovison comes through out towards the centre of the field. It looks like Menzel, who is pulled without possession, and will take the free kick at midfield, and that rain is really teeming down here. He goes long up towards half forward. Colin Black at the back. Oh, down towards Russell over towards Sharon high in towards goal. Here's a chance for Tony Russell. It's Gary Wenham who leads in the race to the ball, and Wenham comes out of defence, does it well, goes in short, looks for McKinnon. Grant McKinnon is out towards centre wing. Has Ryan clear if he can get the ball over to him. Gavin Bell does it well, goes in towards half forward. It's high, looking for Russell. Down is Wenham. Wenham kicks it off the carpet, then follows it up, gets it out with good play. South Gambier through Wilson, knock it on to Morano, who's been a very good player since half-time for South Gambier. Cranage is legged, and will take the free kick at half-forward for Hamilton.
The captain coach on the half-forward line as the rain teams down, decides to play on, goes in long towards the goal square. It's all South Gambier. McGuinness up, off his hands, slippery ball, but good defensive roving by Fox makes sure the ball goes out of bounds. Throw in to take place deep in Hamilton's forward pocket. The Magpies trailed by 8 points. They'll need to score a couple. They have the advantage of the wind. The rain teeming down. McGrath in there from behind. Finally, it was probably Berger who got it out, but clever roving by McKinnon again. Through he goes, 10, 20 yards. He's caught, but gets his kick long towards the centre. Kenner's in defence here for Hamilton. Misses what he perhaps should have taken, though the slippery ball told on him then. Takes it nicely now as he gets round Grant McKinnon. No, he doesn't. Has to hand pass quickly. Finally, Ryan comes in. Cross it goes to Lovison. He'll get caught on his right foot and drive it long towards centre half forward. High kick. McGrath from behind Berger. Spoils nicely. Gary Fox will rove. Decides not to pick it up. Kick the ball in mid-air. Out it goes wide onto the wing position there. A long chase as players converge on the ball right out on that outer flank. Graham Howard was one, and Barry Annett, Hamilton the other player, as though we lose them in the dark as the rain teeming down. Thrown in, McGrath in front, from behind bat, doesn't take the ball, finally comes across to Clark. On he goes, Renee with the long kick towards the forward pocket, but out of bounds. Throw in to take place, deep in the forward pocket. Hamilton trailed by 8 points.
That Clark has lifted Hamilton on that half-forward line since coming on at half-time too, Jim.
A little bit of run through there, Graham, is sadly lacking from Hamilton at the moment. South Gambier have taken the initiative. If they can hang on to this lead for the rest of this quarter, it'll make it difficult for Hamilton to get back in it because the rain is pouring down, the ball is going to get heavier, and 8 points is a good lead to have at this stage, especially since they will have the wind in the last quarter to come home with.
Boundary throw in the forward pocket in Hamilton's forward zone. There it is. Number 9 is Berger, down by McGuinness. McGrath is in there battling hard. Number 29 is Colin Black for South Gambier. Number 30 is Rod Watson, and umpire Smith will throw it up as the wind and the rain come down here at Sylvester Oval. That's Robbie McKinnon, gets it up towards centre wing. And it gets a clearing kick, smothered, kicked off the ground by South Gambier. Into the centre of the field, it's Gerard O'Keefe. O'Keefe kicks high up towards half forward. South Gambier player there in Howard, but Watson coming out, knocks the ball across the line, and another boundary throw in at half forward. We've been playing about 14 minutes in this third term. Boundary throw in, McGrath coming onto the ball. McGuinness to do battle with Berger in front, gets it down. Clark in there for Hamilton. Out towards Crawford, haven't seen him since the second term. He gets it in short, and Gavin Bell, who's dropped right down. Oh, and there's 15-metre penalty, I would imagine. Yes, it is. Silly play by Chris Ryan, and we've seen this happen twice in the game so far. Halfway through the first term when Gary Wenham allowed Russell to get a free kick, and now Chris Ryan has allowed Gavin Bell another 15 metres. He's only about 20 metres out directly in front and has given Hamilton a chance to get back in the game, and perhaps they normally wouldn't have had such an easy opportunity.
It's vital at 15 metres because it brings him so much closer, and with the heavy ball can make all the difference. The kick's not a good one anyway. Misses well to the left. A bad miss. Hamilton needed that goal. They're 8-4-52, trailing South Gambier 9-5-59, and the Demons are looking good. Fullback Wenham waiting for the ball to return. It's the rain relentlessly. Puddles forming in that goal square. The ball will be slippery. Now it's a battle of the heart. Who's prepared to get on the bottom of the pack and who's prepared to do it most often? Gary Wenham going defensive side, outer wing. Kicks low and long. Howard tries to touch it, does so, prevents the free. No, he doesn't touch it, and the free kick will come back here to Murray Bat. Will go in short, does it well. Watson's got space, doesn't take it, but he'll get clear on that left foot. Go long, does so. Awkward spinning kick. Trevor Russell from behind. Clever play, Jennings, who's tagged him well. Wilson, no, Grant McKinnon's pushed in the back, and he'll take the free kick and relieve for South Gambier. He plays on immediately. Players loose. Brother Robin, good understanding, good hands. Ryan on the mark. Good ball, goes on the right foot. Long kick towards half forward. Cremery tries hard, does it well, traps the ball, jumps on top of it again. That's good body work. South Gambier doing a little bit more, working the harder, and they're showing the benefit on the scoreboard. 7-point lead to the Demons, and we've played for about 15 minutes in the third quarter.
Marrett gets it down to Morano. Morano been a good player in this term, and he's really lifted in the roving division because South Gambier certainly played badly. Up towards half forward or full forward, and it's Trevor Sevier to clear for Hamilton. He's coming out the clubroom side towards centre wing. As Chris Ryan here in opposition to his namesake in Paul Ryan. Interference in the back, and the free kick will go to Paul Ryan at centre wing. Chris Ryan been a little bit of a disappointment this afternoon. He's a player that can win a game off his own boot, but had very few touches as Paul Ryan goes in short. Up towards centre wing. Carey is there. So too is Gavin Bell. Gavin Bell knocks it across the line. A boundary throw in on the true centre wing position. McGuinness in opposition to Berger as the rain stops here at Sylvester Oval. Over the back is McGrath. Taps it out well down towards Ryan cleverly. In towards the half-forward line. Russell pushing Wenham in the back. Good play, Wenham, as he comes out one-on-one. Well done, Gary Wenham. He's taken off the ball, but good backing up there by Peter Jennings, and he's told to run on by Cremery. Cremery goes in short, looking for Morano. Can't trap it. Crawford comes out with the ball. Gets a half kick away. That ball very slippery at the moment. McGuinness there in trouble. Out towards McGrath. He's in trouble also. Gets it up towards Keith. Murray Bat now with a chance. Robbie McKinnon. McKinnon being urged to give it on towards Lutzi. Lutzi can't pick it up either. He's in trouble. Over towards McKinnon. McKinnon and Lutzi battling hard there for South Gambier as finally it's Alan Kenner who does the retrieving for Hamilton. Gets it up towards half forward. Here comes Wilson. Wilson with a clearing kick up towards half forward. He has Cremery free. Cremery trying to gain a yard as Sevier comes out. Overruns the ball. Cremery battling hard there at the half forward right position. Tapped on nicely to David Greeny. Here's a chance. He goes in long, chips it over in towards the goal square, bounces clear over towards the other pocket, and Stewie Beaton, oh, he fumbled at the vital moment, and it will go out of bounds about 30 metres around from the south goal.
The pressure's really on as that ball is so slippery. The skills now really starting to come into play. Body work the main essence now as the ball's thrown up. Marritz is beaten by Bat, and that's been a repetition all day. Cleverly tapped on by Cranage. Unfortunately, Monaro for Hamilton. Monaro takes it well. He's pushed in the back, not seen by umpire Saws. Chrissy Ryan's in there. Cranage going after it again. Cremery comes in, gets his body over the ball. He's done that a couple of times. That's good work. Finally, the ball up will take place. Almost on the dead centre half forward position for South Gambier, and they have a handy 7-point lead going against the Breeze. 20 minutes, almost 20 minutes into this third quarter. Kick out by Bat, comes short. Well done as it's picked up and driven long towards centre field by Hamilton. Goes over the back of the pack. Chance for Berger, who's gone quiet. McGuinness now, he's also been quiet, but he gets a good pass in this time to Robert McKinnon, and Robert McKinnon on centre wing. Looking to go around Ryan. Forced himself into a pocket a bit, kicks it the way he ran, out of bounds on the full. Perhaps trying to do a little bit too much, Robin McKinnon, but understandable. Out of bounds.
Okay.
Stuart Beaton waiting for the ball to come back. South Gambier in front, fullback Beaton with the ball. 8-4, 52 Hamilton, 9-6, 60 South Gambier, 8 points in front. Beaton looking for leads. Again, they're not coming. He's going to be forced to the outer side. Does it well. Long. 8-point lead to the Demons. Crawford in front. Over the back it goes. Bat and Douglas. Douglas throwing his body on the ball. On that outer side. Ball up will take place. Rowan Saws says, I'll have it. Deep on that half-forward line. Outer flank for South Gambier. The contesters. Bat against McGuinness. Nullified. Comes to the ground there. Douglas is there. Also is Barry Annett. Throw-in to take place again as the tiredness now starts to tell on these players. Also the conditions. The rain has upset the ball. It's rather upset the play. It's become so slippery and almost stopped to a stop over there. As Source again says, I'll bounce the ball. Marrett against McGuinness. Rather bad against McGuinness. McGuinness probably got that one down. Crawford does well on the ground. Gets out of it nicely. Gets his right foot to the ball. Drops in short. Clever play of McKinnon as he got it away from Carey. O'Keefe gets a kick down this time, looking for Ryan. Ryan traps the ball well. He's got space if he can only get a good bounce off the ground with his boot as the go. He does that well, but there's plenty of South Gambier players there. Knocked out towards Jerry O'Keefe. Hamilton with a chance here. He's interfered with in the back, says Kevin Smith, always. And Jerry O'Keefe with the ball on the half-forward flank. Plays on, does it well, gets the fly, lines up the goals. It'll be a good kick from there. Goes in long, offline, 1 point only. Winner made sure of that. 8-5, 53 Hamilton, 9-6, 60 South Gambier.
Been playing 20 minutes in this third term, and only 8 points of difference as Gary Wenham about to kick in for South Gambier. Plenty of leads as O'Keefe comes over to pick up Ian Wilson. He'll be forced to kick the scoreboard side, which is the dead flank. Goes out that half-back line. He's looking for McGuinness at the back. It was Bat. Comes out to Howard, gets it up towards Lutzi. Here's a bit of a run for the ball here, is kicked off the ground by Gary Fox. Watson, who's been a very good player all day for Hamilton, comes out towards Carey. Carey grabbed a little high, but shrugged off the tackle. Here's Kevin Douglas now with a chance. He's pushed off the ball out towards the centre wing position. Gavin Bell there for Hamilton. Chris Ryan now with an opportunity. That ball is very slippery. Kicked off the carpet up towards Marrett, making it difficult for a big man to get down and pick it up. He can't do so. He taps it back into play as Paul Ryan has pulled off the ball, and umpire Rowan Soros will come in and a ball up at half forward. Stephen Berger in opposition to Murray Marrett, number 13. Marrett down to Ryan. Ryan can't control it. And finally, a free kick will go the way of, it looks like, Paul Ryan, and a 15-metre penalty there to South Gambier, and they're losing their cool a little bit here, Jim, when they seem to have control of the game.
That's right, they do have control, and they'll need to keep their discipline. Otherwise, Hamilton very quickly could be back in this game, and fortunes can fluctuate very quickly in finals. Grant McKinnon's doing well on this wing now. He's probably got on top of Ryan, drives it long, comes to ground. Clever roving this time by Kenner. By word, he's been a good player. Boots in towards centre. Murray Bat's got the sit and should mark. Fumbles, doesn't take it. Clever roving Jennings as he puts it out in front. In comes Carey in defence. He's been a grand player. Finally comes loose to Douglas. Half forward, gets it across towards Ryan. The hand pass wasn't good. Ryan grabbed, didn't have it. Unseen. Carey's in there battling hard. Players mill on the ball. Rowan Saws says, it's mine, fellas. Take it easy. Ball up to take place just past the square towards South Gambier's half forward line. Murray Bat in contention, goes uncontested this time, gets it long. Crawford's got plenty of room if they tell him. Benz picks up the ball, he'll steady, drive it towards the wing position now. Goes long, players out there. It's Clark opposed to Fox. Fox reads it better, does it well. Hand pass towards Black. Black under plenty of pressure, but finally gets his hand pass clear. Watson chips in, clever play Howard as he taps the ball on. The ball greasy and slippery out there, so Graham Howard does well by picking that up. He's tackled nicely by Watson. Finally comes back to Clark, who's been a real goer since half-time. On the left foot, boots it clear, comes across here to Crawford again, but he stands aside and lets Carey take it. Carey puts a left footer into the centre. Bat's got it, plays on immediately, he can kick it long from there. He's forced to kick left foot. In it drops. Trevor Russell in front of Peter Jennings, possibly the first time today. And Trevor Russell from half forward. O'Keefe loose in the pocket, but the kick's a poor one. O'Keefe under plenty of pressure from Sam McGuinness. Ian Wilson coming in to help. Ball close to the boundary line. 2-on-1. Demons should win out on numbers. They do. Out of bounds. Throw in to take place deep in that forward pocket. Hamilton looking a bit more aggressive now. They need to get a couple quickly before the three-quarter time siren. Ball coming back into play. Berger opposed to McGuinness. McGrath from behind will read it better. Goes to the ground. Players milling on top of the ball again. Kevin Smith says, I'll take it.
24 minutes gone, Jim, and if South Gambier can hang on here, they've got a big chance.
Yes, a vital 5 minutes coming up, Graham, as the ball's thrown high. McGuinness gets the hit out well, but it goes straight to the hands of Carey up the ground. Kicks in short, goes over the top of Colin Black. Clever roving by Sherrin. Push, no, play on, says the umpire. Black in there again, right on the goal square. Russell picks up and hooks over his shoulder, and Hamilton got that goal. That's the one from Trevor Russell. Ever dangerous, 1 point the difference. They get close to three-quarter time. Hamilton go to 9-5, South Gambier are 9-6. 1 point separates the teams, and we've played for almost 25 minutes into the third term.
Jim, will be interesting to see just what happens in the time-on period, because in the finals situation so far this year, we've seen games won and lost in that time-on period with 2 and 3 goals being kicked in that period. And if South Gambier can lift their game a little bit now, because through perseverance, Hamilton have got back in, and they only trail by 1 point.
We saw it in a major league last week when the team had a break, and in the last couple of minutes of the third quarter, the opposition got back and eventually went on to win the game. Is that an omen? Ball back in the centre. McGuinness opposed to Bat. Bat got the vital hit out. Crawford takes it away from centre. The Magpies are running. Boots it long towards centre half forward over Colin Black's head, but Hooky Wenham's there and does it well.
Gee, he's tightened up on Tony Russell, and it's been a good effort, but looks like he's hurt a hand as he'll come out of defence, goes in towards the centre of the ground. Crawford is there, and almost a good mark to Crawford. Through comes Bat, well tackled by Douglas. Comes back to Cranage in long sleeves now as he goes up towards half forward. There's Clark, been a good trier in this term. Comes out to Gary Fox. Fox in short, well trapped by looks like Watson again. Goes in towards the square. Russell is there, tapped away by Wenham out towards Peter Jennings. Gary Fox leads in the race, gets it out to Colin Black. He gets the hand pass on to South Gambier's Wilson. Wilson up towards the centre wing, and well controlled there by Hamilton's David Crawford. Crawford in short, looking for Clark. At the back, it's Fox, down towards Graham Howard. He took a bit of time to pick the ball up. He's caught cleverly there by a Hamilton opponent. Up towards Sam McGuinness, and South Gambier now moving the ball up forward with McGuinness out on that centre wing. He goes in short, kicks a bit of astray as it comes out towards Greeny and Coulter. Good shepherding by Lovison allows Beaton to come out of defence. He goes up towards centre wing and finds this prolific kick winner in Paul Cranage at midfield.
What a great job the captain coach has done too today, Graham, as he boots wide. Beautiful pass. Russell in front of Jennings for about the second time today, and he's starting to have an effect on this game late in the third quarter as Trevor Russell gets around Peter Jennings well. He could almost kick a goal from here. What a beauty it'll be if he does. Boots it long and boots it straight, and Hamilton have hit the front.
3 goals to Trevor Russell, and Tony Russell has 3 also.
Well, you can never keep him down, Graham, can you? He's been out of the game for so long, and in the twinkling of an eye, he's got 3 goals on the board, and you look around at the end and say when and how, but that's the way it's been done. Now South Gambier have got to answer the challenge. Robin Lutz urging them on in the centre. Murray Merritt's there as well against Bat. Ball to be put up in the air by, thrown up in the air this time by Kevin Smith, hence that's how much the effect the rain's had on the ground. Finally comes down to Carey from that hit out, takes it well, moving a little bit better, Hamilton at this stage. Boots White Jennings in front this time and takes the mark well on the chest. Moogie Jennings on the half-back flank, steadying them down. 5-point lead to the Magpies. It goes up towards centre wing. Over the top it goes. Clever roving Grant McKinnon, but takes it over the boundary line. He went past the ball that time. Throw in to take place again. Deep into time on. 2 or 3 minutes already gone. Thrown in it goes. Marriott in front, Bat from behind. Tap out goes towards Lutz, but his legs handicapping him there. Robin McKinnon's given everything for South Gambier. Finally, Kenner overruns it. Douglas flies in on top of the ball. Rowan Saws says, mine, boys. Ball up to take place. Centre half-back position to Hamilton.
And there's a siren during the third term, and only went 26 minutes. It's Hamilton 10-5, 65 hold, a 5-point lead over South Gambier, 9-6, 60.
30.
Start of the last quarter in the 1981 Western Border Grand Final. Hamilton lead by 5 points. Tap out by Bat down towards Robin McKinnon. He's been a good player for South Gambier. He's bundled off the ball. Paul Ryan gets a kick up towards half forward. Out in front, it's South Gambier's Coulter, I think it might have been, or was it Wilson? Up towards the half-back line, and push in the back will go South Gambier's way, and it goes to skipper Robin Lutz, who's been carrying an injury all afternoon, but still been a fairly effective player. He goes in towards the centre. David Crawford is there, can't control the ball, very slippery. We had a heavy downpour of rain in that third term. Murray Bat battling it out towards Graham Howard. He's been a good player, gets it up towards half forward. David Greeny is there with Trevor Sevier. David Greeny doesn't look fit either, Jim, but the ball goes across the line and out of bounds, and a boundary throw in about 25 metres around from the south goal.
You know, it looks a bit like the walking wounded out there, Graham, at this stage, as the boundary umpire ready to put the ball back into play in what should be a desperate last quarter. The Magpies lead by 5 points. Bat from behind McGuinness, does it well. Cleverly sharked by Carey, and a good kick by Carey. Very intelligent kick under pressure to keep it along the boundary line, not put it out on the full. Throw in to take place. Half-back flank, South Gambier in attack, needing a goal to hit the front. 5 points separate them. McGuinness against Bat again. Bat probably got the better of it. Douglas, good body work on the ball. Cleverly got the ball out, but there's no one there. In defence, Sevier comes through. Well done, Kenner. Quick kick over the line. Douglas to take it, but a fair way out from goal, but should be able to reach the goal square from there. And South Gambier going into attack in the opening minutes of this this final quarter. The first thrust forward has been by South Gambier. Douglas with the ball on the boundary line. Contemplating his move here, will go long. Ball spinning away from the goals. Beaten from behind, gets fist the ball, finally comes over the back here towards Ryan. Clever play that time. Bradley Patzel on the ground, down to Ryan, is first to recover, and Ryan for the Magpies goes along that outer wing, drives it along. Grant McKinnon, his opponent's out there. The ball will beat him and his brother over the line and out of bounds. Trevor Russell in close pursuit, outer wing position, throw in to take place. And players are walking rather than running at this stage, Graham, and it's going to be a real test of heart this last quarter. Who wants this grand final desperately enough? Bat gets the hit down. Clever roving captain, Coach Cranage, as he boots a left footer back. Russell's in front of Jennings. Clever spoil from behind Peter Jennings. Perhaps the slippery ball help throw in to take place.
Right in front of the big light tower there at centre wing at the Sylvester Oval, it's Marrett and Bat. Been a good duel all day. Down towards Carey. He's played well since coming on the ball. Marrett gets the ball away, but there's a free kick, and it will go to Paul Cranmery, the rover for South Gambier, and he looks like he's pushed his socks down. He may have a little bit of cramp there, but Cranmery, who came into the side for his first game in 5 weeks, has to go behind the mark.
Kevin Smith almost looked disbelievingly at Paul Cranmery, then saying, hang on, sport, what do you think you're doing here?
That's right, Jim, and Cranmery to put South Gambier in attack from centre wing.
Boots a long one. McGuinness from behind. Lovison does it well. What a wonderful game the centre half-backs played. All the courage in the world, that boy, as it goes towards the boundary line. Sam McGuinness has given plenty for South Gambier too.
Boundary throw in, it's McGuinness. Berger coming in late, but McGuinness does it easily. Taps it down to McKinnon out towards Lutzi. Lutzi pushed off the ball, allowed to play on as Hamilton get a chance to clear now. Ryan up towards the half forward. There's Trevor Russell, the danger player in that last bit of that third term. He breaks clear, goes in towards long, looking for his brother. Out in front, it was Russell over the back. Good backing up there from South Gambier as they come out of the fence. But Watson leads in the race to the ball. He races into an open goal, chips away, and has put Hamilton 11 points in front. Well, what a beautiful kick under pressure by the lad too. He got that ball on the bounce. The bounce favoured him. He went towards goal. A wall of red and white jumpers coming at him. The boy kept his cool, put it on the left foot, and Hamilton go to an 11-point lead. And the next goal, Graham, is the crucial one. Should Hamilton get it, it might be the sealer. South Gambier need to get it. They've got plenty of heart. Murray Marrett now in ruck. Paul Cranmery urging them on. Up it goes. In goes Berger and wins it well. Graham Howard, who's played well on that wing, goes in hard. Crawford's there with him. Rowan Saws intervenes. Stalemate. As the bounce or the throw up, it's Marrett. Taps it down towards Howard. Howard can't trap it. Players having trouble controlling the ball as players throw their body over. Watson gets it out, but it comes to McKinnon. McKinnon tries to run around. Oh, he kicks almost the wrong way as it goes straight up and down. Follows it up well, however, and he has a chance here. He has two Hamilton players on his tail as Ryan comes out of centre wing, kicked off the ground by Berger. Berger up towards the half-forward line, and Bat and McGrath, two lumbering heavyweights, tapped out towards O'Keefe. O'Keefe, body over the ball. Players in there, and finally umpire Rowan Saws will come in and ball up on the half-back line for South Gambier. And the body clashes are now starting to tell. Matt does it well, all class, gets it down. Tony Russell's in front, but Hookie when it was with him all the way. Out of bounds, deep in the forward pocket it goes. Nothing in it, 11 points Hamilton's way. South Gambier need the next goal. Throw in to take place. That's Bat against McGrath and Marrett together. Murray Bat has done very well. He's had to fight it virtually on his own with some assistance from Stephen Berger. It goes down, O'Keefe's in there, so is Carey. Throwing himself in as Marrett. That's good to see the big fella getting on hands and knees. He needs it in this last quarter, as does his team. The Demons trail by 11 points. Up it goes. Marrett does it well that time. Goes towards the boundary line. Throw in to take place, and the run now is really essential. The legs look tired. The socks are down on a number of players. Throw in to take place again. Forward pocket for Hamilton. Finally, it's left to Sharon to do battle. A little rover with the big ruckman from South Gambier there. The ball on the ground again. Comes out the back of the pack. A chance here this time for Menzel as he taps it forward. Well read that time by Wilson. Goes in hard. Ball comes loose. Menzel again as he goes in. Interferes that time with, I think, Colin Black.
and Colin Black in defence, driving out, looking for running players on that outer flank. Drives it long out there. The ball doesn't spin too well, but he's got plenty of numbers. Finally, Ryan controls it well. The dynamic Russell, what an influence he's had on the game since he's come good. Does it well to Ryan with a clever hand pass and backs up the Shepherd very cleverly. Boots it long, does Ryan. In front, O'Keefe. And the things are starting to go Hamilton's way, but it was the little things that are going their way. The Shepherd and the tackle were good on that outer flank, and Gerard O'Keefe with probably a very important kick. He may not have had as many as important as this in his whole career. Should he put it through, it makes it all that much harder for the Demons. South Gambier always show heart, always fight back, but under these conditions, with everything at stake, a very vital kick for Jerry O'Keefe. The Irishman lining up. Plenty of time. Gary Fox on the mark. Wobbles off the boot, but it wobbles straight and puts it through. Hamilton 12-5-77. South Gambier 9-6-60.
And that's going to be a big leeway to make up for South Gambier, because it's probably the biggest difference in the sides in the whole game. And South Gambier really, from about the 23 or 4 minute mark in that third term, they stopped running, and it's been Hamilton ever since. And it could even be a repeat of last week's VFL Grand Final.
It's early days, Graham, though.
It certainly is, but at the moment, for the last 15 minutes of the game, in that third quarter, it's been mainly Hamilton that's shown a little bit more spirit. Back in the centre, it's McGuinness. Berger, a big tap away by G. Hamilton to lift it down towards Black. Black out towards the outer side, in towards Chris Ryan, and a good mark, Chris Ryan. And he's been allowed the mark, yes he has, and he'll take the kick on centre wing. Looking for a big lift from the South Gambier forwards as he goes in high and long up towards half forward. Lutzi is there. Over the back, it's Berger down towards Cranage. Cranage has picked up a lot of kicks in towards centre wing. Players coming out. It's O'Keefe and McGuinness up towards centre field. Morano there, pulled off the ball. McGrath gets it out towards Howard. Howard in towards Douglas. Douglas on towards Ryan. Wasn't good play because Ryan was on. And Berger comes out for Hamilton up towards the half-forward line. It's all Hamilton here as Cranage gets it on. No, he doesn't. He takes the kick up towards half-forward and finds Carey out on that half-forward flank.
That's the difference in the sides at the moment. The cool head of the captain, Coach Cranage, on the field. Unfortunately, Coach Smith, the South Gambier, is sidelined with injury. Cranage's experience telling. Carey kicks it long to the goal square. McGuinness reads it well and takes a good mark. Looking to play on. They want to get that score quickly. Sam McGuinness knows it. Decides kick long, but just gets too close to Menzel on the mark. Finally may have interfered with Menzel. Lucky to get away with that one in the end, and things are not going South Gambier's way. Sam McGuinness, experienced ruckman, should know better. The senior players for South Gambier now are the ones that need to lift. Bat gives McGuinness a nudge. Just let go. Wilson roads it well and kicks it long towards wing position. Loverson's got the sit here. Ryan coming in hard from behind. With him all the way is Annett. Clever play, Chris Ryan, but there's no support for the Demons. Loverson's got a paddock. Picks it up, gets round Jennings. Clever Shepherd by O'Keefe. Short kick by Loverson to Watson. Watson in on hard. Douglas battled his heart out all day. Hands and knees to boundary line. Throw in to take place, grandstand side.
South Gambier look as if they've stopped at a walk. Jim, I know they've been carrying some injuries, but it's starting to tell as McGrath comes on the ball, trying to give them a lift. Bat thumps it away, and Battenberger have really taken over in ruck in this quarter as it gets it on the Menzel. Menzel in trouble, almost holding the ball. Oh, Wilson does it well. Comes out, traps, loses the ball at the vital moment. He's in trouble now. Gets it out to, or tries to get out to Douglas, and finally Cranage is in there, and umpire Kevin Smith will come in. Ball up at centre wing, and we've been playing almost 10 minutes in this final term, and Hamilton finding on desperately. Tap out comes to Gary Fox. Up to Colin Black. Colin Black in trouble. Pulled off the ball. And holding the ball decision, is it? No, it's going Colin Black's way. And the South Gambier defender will take the kick from the half-back line on the clubroom side.
The importance of kicking long, and it's a beautiful spiral punt kick towards centre half forward. Marrett takes the ball, gets a clever hand pass out, but it's black and white Guernseys. Sevia's been impassable down there. Boots a long one back to O'Keefe. O'Keefe to Crawford. Crawford dummies nicely. Goes long towards half forward. In front that time Menzel. Good mark. And Colin Black hands akimbo, not impressed. Going back as Menzel, kicking long again. Drives it long. Sam McGuinness has got the sit. Russell from behind and from the side. Did it too easily for mine. Trevor Russell, the dynamic. You can say all you like about this boy. Often criticised for being volatile like his brother, but match winner indeed he is, number 34. Taking his time. Bradley Patzel on the mark. And the black and whites want this one. South Gambier don't want him to convert. Difficult kick from there to win, coming across his right shoulder. He kicks pretty well, but misses to the right. 1 point only, a let-off for South. They now trail by 18 points. 3 goals. A lot under these conditions. The scoring hasn't been high, although the game's been an excellent one. Good body work, good tackling. All the spirit's been there from both sides. As full-back now kicking off is Wilson. Going down the middle. Shortest way home for the Demons. Kicker's going to drop a little short. Jennings from behind. Douglas in front. Comes to the side. Douglas first to recover. Tries hard. Well done, Gary Fox in support. Boots it in short. Ryan gets the break on his opponent one of the few times, and it's let him loose. Rizzy Ryan going back on centre wing, in towards the centre. Boots long with that left foot. Goes towards centre half forward. From behind, that time missed from behind. Beaton's got a chance. Millick on the ground. Clever play that time by Marriott to Shepherd. Millick from the boundary line shoots for goal. Umpire Rowan Saws is going to intervene and say free kick. Missed that one, Graham. Did you pick that up?
No, I didn't, Jim. I don't know what that one was for, unless it was... looks like the player's been brought right back. And
I think it may have been against Murray Merritt Shepherd, possibly in the back. That's all I could see it for down there. Fullback beaten with the ball as Murray bats off the ground, and in comes Brereton. That's perhaps just taking a quick rest there. Bat, I'd have him on if I were Paul Cranage. So ball comes down towards centre wing. Big leap from behind that time by the Hamilton player. Scrimmage of players there. Out it goes in the direction this time of, I think, Crawford, who's done well on McKinnon. McKinnon's been a good player as well. To the boundary line goes Robbie McKinnon. Throw in to take place.
Midway between half forward and centre wing, South Gambier desperately needing a goal to recoup some of their confidence that they've lost. Out towards, that was McGrath getting it down, but Hamilton come out through the agency of Carey there, kicked up by South Gambier, but it was over the line and out of bounds. Very difficult to pick up players over there as players, muddy Guernseys with that heavy downpour of rain that we had in that third term. And the switch has been made. Gary Fox now coming over onto centre wing to take Watson, and it looks like Peter Jennings is going over and picking up Paul Cranage.
Yes, I think Watson's legs might be a little bit strong now for Gary Fox. I'm not sure about that move at this stage. Watson's been a wonderful player. Gary Fox has given all too, and you can go through player after player and say that. What a final it's been. Crawford goes in well, hits the ball on in front of him. Jennings won't let him get it his own way. They dive on top of it. That man Russell's there again. So is Kevin Douglas. Ball up to take place outer wing.
14 minutes gone, and as every second ticks by, it's making it more and more difficult for South Gambier as Jennings takes the ball. Kicks straight up in the air, knocked on by Grant McKinnon, and South Gambier need to be positive here from now on and really take the game up to Hamilton. As
something needs to happen, Graham. South Gambier have to do something sensational. Someone's got to lift.
There's McGrath tapping it on, out towards Howard. He gets it over towards Cramery. Cramery into the centre of the ground, but there's that man again, Watson. The ball virtually following him this afternoon as he takes a mark at centre field. Oh, not a real good kick up towards Ryan. He's lifted in this last term, up towards the half-forward line as Millick and Sevier do battle. Sevier trying to get the ball around, gets it over towards Beaton, and Hamilton handling the ball better as they get the ball up towards Kenner, and he marks midway between half-back and centre wing club room side. Kenner up towards the true centre wing position. All pack of players here over the back. It's McGuinness gets the ball down and trying to knock it out, gets it out to O'Keefe. He's lifted in this last quarter up towards the half-back. Here comes Wenham. Wenham almost had his head taken off by Lovison as the player there was Howard in there, and on the bottom of the pack was Wenham once again. Black in there for South Gambier, comes out to Brereton and stacks on the mill, and a ball up by umpire Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith letting the game flow a bit then, and that's really taking it out of the tired legs. Paul Cramery socks down. Graham Howard's in there too. Ball thrown high. Players fall on top of finally to Cranage. Grabbed high, says Kevin Smith. No, held to him. Ball up to take place again. Just that's to Hamilton centre half forward positions. McGuinness goes in there, gets the hit down. There it goes to Colin Black, who reads it well offhand. Boots it back. Murray Marriott in front. Tries hard. Can't take the mark. Gary Fox battles back in there. Will get a free kick, Gary Fox, that time for in the back. Just on the centre wing. Ball thrown back to him by Graham Howard. South Gambier need to go forward quickly and score. They trail by 18 points. Ball is kicked in short. Graham Howard takes the mark on the SES 8 replay, brought to you by the South Australian Brewing Company. As in goes Howard. Boots it long. Loverson's in front, Marriott from behind him, but Loverson does it well, keeps it defensive side. Grant McKinnon socks down as well, tries hard, picks it up nicely, trying to hook the ball back. That took courage. In goes Loverson in front, stretches high, finally comes at the back of the pack where Annett does it well. He's got plenty of time. Boots the left-footer downfield. The running player Ryan, on he goes, gets the good bounce, taps it in front. He's going to be challenged by Robin McKinnon. Good backing up that time. Ian Wilson, the back pocket player, brings it off centre wing, booting in short. It's all Hamilton. They miss it in O'Keefe. Over it goes that time McGrath. Clever play, Hector Crawford, who's given given his all, battling on, dropping the ball, says umpire. A little bit stiff on him there as he went in hard. He was the one making the play. Umpire's gone against him. Chrissy Ryan going back, and he'll have to kick long. They desperately need it from the half-forward flanker now, who could even be at centre-half forward as he moves in. He's capable of kicking along. The ball's a ball burster. It's a magnificent kick from Ryan, and the goal, yes, 10-6, 66 South Gambier. Hamilton a 12-6. 12-6, 78, 2 goals the difference, and I said, Graham, that something needed to happen. A 60-metre goal in these conditions could have been it.
Yes, I think it was, Jim. Ball comes out towards centre wing. Gary Fox leading in the race for the ball. South Gambier trying to go forward here to get back into this game. Fox well tackled there by Barry Annett. The ball goes over the line and out of bounds. 12 points the difference. Been playing about 17 minutes in this last term. Can South Gambier get back in the game? Hamilton hanging on grimly to win their first premiership in 11 years. There's McGrath tapping it down to Robbie McKinnon. McKinnon can't control it. Oh, shows a lot of courage. Holding the ball and just tried to do a little bit too much. And the free kick will go to Rod Watson, who would be very close to best on the ground, Jim Buckley.
Oh, he's played a wonderful game, the lad, and what a future he's going to have in Western Border. I'm sure there are scouts with their eyes on him. Not a great deal to him, but he's all heart and all skill. Going back with the left foot, he's given a wonderful effort. Graham Howard's done well too on him. Long kick from Watson goes over the top. No. Tim McGrath does it well. Cramry boots South Gambier forward. Marrett's got the sit on Lovison. Couldn't quite control it. In they go, and it's in there. So is Beaton. Players falling on him. Millick tries hard. Hooked out by Ryan over the top. Morano, oh,
didn't want it.
Bad miss. In goes Sevier. Morano tries to back up. He is on one leg, Graham. Very obviously, Trevor Morano. Perhaps a little bit hard on him. Kevin Smith with the ball. And things are looking good for South Gambier. They try to get back into this game. They've got the flow going, but they still trail by 12 points.
They need a goal from this ball up as it comes down to Chris Ryan. By gee, he's lifted in this last term as he goes in towards an open goal. And he's put it through. Magnificent goal, Chris Ryan. That's his third. And South Gambier now, this player has really lifted South Gambier in this last term. 2 magnificent goals from a long way out as South Gambier move along to 11-6, 66, trailing Hamilton 12-6. And by gee, South Gambier have got a big chance here, Jim.
Well, you can never predict finals. I knew South Gambier had come back. Hamilton got the break. Now it's a matter of real heart. They still lead by a goal, the Magpies. The Demons are after them. Rowan Saws with the ball, looking for a spot to put it down. He will bounce it. No, throw it up, he says. Berger and McGuinness, a vital knock. Berger wins it, but it doesn't go far. McGuinness gets back on it. Cramridge hands and knees. Finally comes to Lovison. McKinnon throws his body in. Rowan Saws says mine.
Gee, that was gutsy play there from Robbie McKinnon because Lovison had the chance. As the ball goes up, it's Berger over the top, almost in the field with McGuinness. He gets it out to Fox. He's lifted at centre wing. Here's that man again, Ryan. Can't handle it. Oh, Morano almost got the ball on the Lutzi, and it would have been a goal if he had been able to get the ball onto that player as Stewie Beaton kicks out towards Howard now. All South Gambier players battle hard. Kicks in towards Marrett, and Marrett's taken the mark, and he's got to go right to the goal line because... and there's a shot of Barry Smith, the excited coach of South Gambier. Murray Marrett is absolutely black from head to foot. Takes a shot from goal from less than 1 metre out. Chips in away at goal, and he's put it through, and South Gambier have levelled the scores. And what a magnificent grand final we've got on our hands here, Jim
Well,
Buckley.
It's never over. A couple of quick kicks out of the pack have gone South's way. The scores are tied away. Players urging each other on now, but the impetus now is with South Gambier. They've got the run going their way, the momentum building their way. It'll take a good effort from the Magpies from here. Scores are tied. Anything can happen. Waiting for the ball to come back to the centre, and what a final we've got. 20-minute mark of the last quarter. Scores level. Delay now, ball behind the ground, behind in the crowd. That's not good. The entertainment's been excellent. Shame to be sport like this.
Actually, that might halt South's run a little bit too, Jim, because they have been playing well. They've kicked 3 goals in the last 2 or 3 minutes, and they've looked good.
What an important centre bounce it is, Graham. The ball taken out of here by either side could be the result. Umpires have worked hard all day. Rowan Saws and Kevin Smith done wonderful jobs. 2 experienced men. Bat against McGuinness. The big guns are out. Thrown in the air by Kevin Smith. Scores level. McGuinness probably got the better of it. Down it comes this time. Cleverly done, Carey. Carey to centre half forward. Trevor Russell. Tried hard. Play on, says umpire. Ball up to take place.
I thought Trevor Russell, Jim.
looked at from here. Rowan Saws, in fairness, head back to that incident. Throws up in the air. McGuinness will get it. Takes it out there. Left foot kick goes short. Gary Fox has done well on that wing. Clever play, though, as it's taken there by Annett. Annett boots a high one in the air. Peter Jennings has got to sit. Spoilt nicely from behind by Menzel. Watson's a chance in there. Picked up by O'Keefe. No, he can't get the ball. Watson's back over the top of it. In goes Kevin Douglas, hands and knees. Ball up to take place. Half forward line. Grandstand side, Rowan Saws with the ball to put it underway again. McGuinness will get the hit out here. Does it nicely, but it goes to Hamilton. They misread it. Cramry gets on that ball. Hand pass quickly on to Howard. Off his hands, out of bounds. Grandstand side, scores level. 21-minute mark last quarter. Player down Watson with cramp, Graham.
Yes, and he certainly played a great game, and no wonder he's got the cramp because he's been running all day as the South rucks go up. Comes out towards McKinnon. If he can kick it long, oh, he's felled afterwards, and almost a free kick downfield. Tapped on beautifully, but here's Fox for the chance. Out to Morano. Morano gets it out towards the half-back line as Hamilton about to clear. Bell can't control it. Good, desperate effort there by Donnie Millick.
Player coming off was Watson that time for Hamilton. He'll be a loss. He's played well on that centre wing. Hit down goes to Rob McKinnon again. Oh, he overran it. Crawford picked it up. Got a quick kick in. It goes into the centre to Ryan. Ryan a hand pass to Lovison. He's caught, but he breaks the tackle. Kicks it to centre half forward. South Gambier in defence. Wilson does it well. Back pocket player up to centre half back. Boots it wide. Grant McKinnon's got a paddock. Ryan can't chase him. He's too far behind. And he can go for a run. 10 yards he goes. 20 yards he goes. He goes now for the long kick after covering 30 metres. Boots it long. Marital mark. Over the top it goes. No. Well done, rather Annett. Annett boots it back to centre half forward. Ryan in front and does it well. And that was good recovery because he was some 50 metres behind Grant McKinnon when McKinnon kicked that ball. He made ground to get there.
It was good play by the Hamilton defence there as they come out of defence now through Ryan. They've been playing 18 minutes up towards the centre wing area. Berger was up there. McGrath gets it across to midfield. It's Brereton thumps it down. Oh, almost a good mark to, yes it was, paid to Kevin Douglas. Good mark, a pressure mark.
And South Gambier about to go forward. Douglas can kick long and he'll go looking for up there for a Marrett. Kicks it high, dropping a little bit short. Beaten from behind. Marrett goes high, almost took a good one. Comes to the ground. Players go after the ball again. Comes out towards Grant McKinnon, hit on the side. Players fall on top of it. Tired legs. Kevin Smith intervenes. Ball up to take place towards the South Gambier goal between half forward and forward pocket. Scores are level, 12-6 apiece. Kevin Smith with the ball. Up it goes. Marrett doing battle there. Picked up cleverly by the captain, Coach Cranich. Good hand pass comes out in the direction of Annett, who's been a good player. McKinnon's been everywhere for South Gambier. Marks on his chest in the centre. Plays on. Nice pass.
Gets in towards Cramry. Oh, and well done, Brereton. Brereton now goes for a run out towards centre wing. Goes in short towards half forward. He's looking for Berger. Berger at the back. It's there's a free kick there to Hamilton. This could be crucial. Berger now from midfield. Here's a chance for Hamilton to go in the attack for the first time.
What are you doing next week, Graham?
Could be a draw. There it is, up towards half forward. Out comes Menzel, and Menzel has taken the mark. Oh, that was a great mark.
Well, he threw his body at it. There was very little the South defenders can do. The ball actually went off the foot, off the side of the boot from Stephen Berger, and Menzel has a kick for goal. They're 24.5 minutes into the last quarter. What a vital kick it would be. Lining up, the distance won't be a real problem. The accuracy's the key. Back he goes. Will this be the deciding kick for goal? Menzel kicks it long, kicks it offline. It may not even score. Clever mark, Colin Black. Or vital mark. The Magpies have to score while they're down there. Play on, says umpire. Good defensive pass. Beautiful pass to Jennings. Jennings takes it on the half-back flank.
South Gambier on the right flank if they can get the ball around.
Needs to kick long. 15-metre penalty against Brereton.
Could be a crucial one too, Jim.
Jennings runs in, boots it to centre wing. Players lift from behind. All Hamilton there, not paid. Out the back it comes. Almost a chance there for Crawford. Finally runs away. He's legged. Desperate lunge by Robbie McKinnon to stop Hector Crawford going on. Professional foul, Graham. Well done.
Yes, and it's Crawford from centre wing. Now he's going in short. South Gambier mark. No, Millick can't handle it. Out Jennings now with a chance to clear. Goes up high. It's all Hamilton here as we see. I think it's Annett with the mark at centre field. He goes in long. It's all the Hamiltons. They go into half forward. Up there is Cranage. Gets it down towards Ryan. Out towards Carey. Carey in trouble now. A chance for Cramry. Cramry chips in short and Alan Kenner. And we've gone into time on as Kenner comes out centre wing. Goes up towards half forward. Oh, Black tried to kick it, couldn't get it away. McGuinness in trouble, traps the ball, oh, and he gets it out towards Cranage. Cranage runs into an open goal.
Hookie went on.
Oh, well, great mark to Wenham on the
what
goal
a
line.
magnificent mark on last line of defence. The captain coach was streaming forward. The Magpies looked good, and Wenham was there in defence. Russell lets him get away. Bad play. Well done, Hookie Wenham, as he boots it wide. Fortunes are fluctuating. In front, it's Hamilton. Ball comes to ground. Good chance, McKinnon. Good tackle, Berger. Out it goes. In goes McGrath. Kevin Smith, right decision. And Graham Howard, this game's going to be a draw.
I think it is. Unless Hamilton can score from here, I think we could have a draw in our hands, Jim Buckley, as Kevin Smith about the ball up midway between half forward and the centre wing. Plenty of players around the drop of the ball. No one giving an edge as Berger gets it down. Colin Black can't trap it. He's pulled off the ball, and another ball up will take place at almost identical position.
The ruckman now the telling. Who'll get the important tap away? Kevin Smith gets him on. There can only be a minute left at most. McGrath goes hard. Franish has battled hard for his side. On the ground it goes. Finally kicked out by Colin Black. Here's a chance for the Demons. Fox is from behind. Out it goes Monaro, but Kenner's got the legs. He's there first. He's pushed in the back. Yes, Kevin Smith says so. Kick to go Hamilton's way. South Gambier don't like it. What a magnificent final we've been given here as Kenner kicks it long. A fitting result, a draw. We'll be back again next week. If it is, in goes Menzel that time. Comes out. South Gambier haven't given up either. On the centre wing, seconds tick away. Rowan Saws lets it go. Berger gets a mighty thump. Goes to Loverson. Here's the last chance, I'd reckon. Loverson kicks wide. Wenham from behind Russell. Finally comes to ground. Brereton's got a chance as it goes towards Loverson again. He's too slow. Finally taps it towards good defensive work, South Gambier. Loverson comes away with it. Hooks it on the left foot. Beautiful smother. South Gambier with the chances. Millick's too slow. Finally gets it to Grant McKinnon. Grant McKinnon kicks it long, but it's all Hamilton. Beaton goes back. Play on, says the umpire. Good defence by Beaton. Chrissy Ryan's in there. Ball up to take place. No, play on. Hit out again. Grant McKinnon's got a chance on left foot. Smother again. What desperate football we're seeing. Kendall's in there. Finally Annett over the line in front of Sherrin.
Playing
out of wing
28
position.
minutes, Jim, and IG South Gambier with a chance if they can get the ball up forward quickly from here.
It's slightly their way. Hamilton squandered an opportunity. The Demons a chance. This man Ryan's got it. He can kick long. Can't quite get control of it. Hits it out. In goes Trevor Russell. Back it goes Heck Crawford. Cranish is trying hard. Ball up again to take place. Almost in the centre of the ground. Slightly South Gambier's way. And the excitement is intense here. Time ticked away. There can't be much more time.
1 minute to go,
About a minute to go now, says the timekeeper. Hit away Berger. Goes the direction that time. Wilson fumbled it. Siren gone. It's a draw. The 1981 Grand Final is a draw. What a magnificent game brought to you on SES8 by the South Australian Brewing Company, makers of West End Export. Too good it shouldn't be exported. We'll be back here next week with the telecast of the game. The players are looking nonplussed. There's been some magnificent performances on that ground. Tired players that have given their heart all day. A magnificent fight back by South Gambier. Some excellent work by the Magpies from Hamilton as well. Paul Cranish is standing in the middle of the ground. Hands akimbo. He cannot believe it. The exhaustion and the mental pressure will start to tell now. What a magnificent Graham Greenwood.
Yes, and what a windfall for the league. Their gate was $10,000 today, which was quite good considering the shocking weather conditions. And now we'll see a replay next week of these two teams. Jim, your best players for Hamilton.
Well, isn't it a shame that we have to differentiate between players? But for South Gambier, I thought none stood out more than Robbie McKinnon. A wonderful battle. I thought the two wingmen, Graham Howard and Grant McKinnon, played well also. Sam McGuinness gave plenty in ruck. The back line held firm. Ian Wilson, a consistently good player all year. And you could go on and name them too, Graham. Who did you think for Hamilton?
Well, I thought Rod Watson on the centre wing played a magnificent game. Mike Loverson gave everything at centre half back. Their rovers, Sherrin and Kenner played particularly well. I suppose you could say that Sherrin fell out of the game, but Kenner, when he went to that back pocket, still played well. But all in all, a tremendous game.
It's tied away. The scores were level at the siren. A drawn game. The grand final next week again. Probably a Coleraine, Graham. 1981 Western Border League Grand Final, brought to you on SES8 by the South Australian Brewing Company, makers of West End Export.
Ladies, if it takes the tail of the field, anybody wants to buy, takes on your way. The ladies, if it takes the tail of the field. The captain is fine, baby. You've left your glasses behind. So be particularly welcome. Not too excited. The captain is fine, baby. You've left your glasses behind. You're actually very welcome.
I'm on holidays. I've been over in Portsea getting pneumonia.
Did you get all that last quarter?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I am on holidays. I'm on holidays right now, actually, but I'm still working.